I just thought about how you got that song wrong at the motherfucking Halloween party.
I was about to mention it.
Wait, huh? What happened?
So what happened was we were playing Name That Tune at the costume party, Halloween party. So that song was one of the songs, and I was up there.
Are you fucking?
But
serious?
let me give you an example. Did not ring the bell fast enough.
Can I give you an example?
I was so ready to square up on him.
Eric, can I give you an example how quick they fucking played this song? Can I sit there real quick, Kelvin? I'm about to show you how quick.
Hold on, I'm gonna do it for you. It was really quick. It was like.
That's all. That was it.
And I said, "Nigga, if you don't know this song,
how the fuck?"
I said, "If you don't know this song, I'm about to punch you."
I didn't know. I was just like, yeah, I couldn't hear it.
They literally gave him.
And I
said, "Oh," and Chris was like, "Oh," on the delay.
Yeah,
I said,
"Damn, Chris."
We still ended up winning though.
We did win. Shout out to the blue team.
Okay, what is going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. This is the Get Right Bitch. I am your host, Eric Devante.
I'm Kelvin Unique.
And I'm Christopher Armani.
Okay, so last night, was it last night?
Friday night.
The Good News hosted their Halloween game night party, and Kelvin and Chris went as... Yeah, from Friday. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was great, by the way. That was dope. We were
supposed to do this last year, but that never happened. We were supposed to, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually have a video that you need to watch.
I want to see it.
And I don't think it's funny.
Chris doesn't think it's funny.
Can he just watch it real quick?
I don't really know. Like, I've watched the movie a lot of times, so like the scenes really aren't funny to me anymore.
Okay.
Let's back up. We went as Craig and Smokey from Friday. I went as Craig. Chris went as Smokey. Obviously. No, Chris went as Craig. I went as Smokey. And we did a video. We're gonna release it next Friday, so like the Friday before Halloween. But I don't know. We'll see how that really goes. But we're back here in the studio from homecoming. Like, we've been gone for a minute. Me and Chris have been gone. Eric was over here running amok with his friend, talking shit about Kentucky. I'm not from Kentucky. Chris is not from Kentucky. But yes, black people and people live in Kentucky.
Do live in Kentucky.
And we had
there are 3 cities that black people do live in.
Yes.
Frankfurt, Lexington, and Louisville.
Yes, and Frankfurt only because
honorary Shelbyville as well.
Shelbyville only because of Kentucky State University.
Yeah.
But we stayed there, and when I tell you, I had so much fun.
I did too.
Like, oh my goodness! From going back to the concert and hosting the concert, I got to meet Young Dolph, got to meet Dreezy, K Camp. All those great people were really fun. Got to host the step show. Almost got in a fight with some Kappas. All that great stuff. Because
let's not skip past this.
Let me tell you a little story. So, y'all check the thing. Make sure we live to the people out there, because I ain't got no listeners. But so the story is like this. I'm hosting the step show. Chris is a step show judge. Okay. So we're out there. The Kappas did an amazing job with their show this year. There was their comeback show.
Okay.
And they had musical things. They had... We good? Okay. They actually played instruments. Mm. They had ladies come on, bring them roses. They had these canes. They were doing all this types of stuff that I thought was really good. They've been gone for about 5 years. Mm-hmm. So it was their comeback show on our yard. The Alphas came up there, did their damn thing. They stepped. They did what exactly they needed to do. I'm a host. Mm-hmm. I have no say in anything but reading the results. I'm Steve motherfucking Hart. That's all I am. So... it comes down to a 12-point difference. I pull out my phone because I just want to know. Like, I guess they thought maybe I was calculating the votes when I put out my phone, and I was like saying, "Oh, hey, I want to see what the points difference was." It was 12-point difference. I said it was really, really close. In second place are the men, Kappa Alpha Psi.
Mm. Mind you, all these niggas just stood there.
And I said, "You guys did an amazing job. Y'all came back. Y'all did everything y'all needed to do. It was an amazing show. Y'all killed it." The little one. I guess he was a Neo.
His name was John.
I'm not Chris. I don't want to.
John's going to listen to this?
I don't know who's going to listen. Maybe Kraftner's going to listen and tell John. But, it says the Kappas are the most fight-starting niggas by the region. They really are.
Who is that?
But this is Kenneth.
Okay.
But, so they're going to get out there, and he was like, what? That's fucked up. And then I was like, hey, bro, like, y'all did a good job. I was still comforting, because I'm a nurturer. Right. I understand. I lost a step show. We lost step shows to the Iotas. Don't know how the fuck that happened because we clearly should have won that year. So I understood.
And we should have won at 13.
I understood his hurt. understood it because I was there before, so I was trying to comfort him. Mm-hmm. But then some old crusty, rusty nigga that had to cross in like 99, 2000 come up to the like front of the stage and point his cane at me and say, "I'm gonna beat your ass." I said, huh? Because at first I thought like, okay, maybe I'm tripping. Right. Then he said again, "I'm gonna beat your ass." On the microphone, I said, "Oh, you're not gonna beat my ass."
Kelvin told us, don't let these glasses fool you.
Don't let these glasses fool you. I'm from the south side of Fort Wayne. I had to let them know real quick. Let me take this out before I make them cricket. I feel like I can make my guts. But yeah. So then that's when my friends came to the stage. That's why I love my friends. Shout out to Wade, Whitney, Ro, Marshawn, all of them.
I stood up. I just didn't
You stood up. You just stood up?
Okay. Just in case. I just stood up.
You was ready? Okay.
Yeah. I didn't go over there.
Because as soon as I said that, I seen all of them start coming to the front of the stage and said, "These my people." I don't know what they was going to do because they all girls. But like, these are my people.
They don't play. Girls do not play.
My people. But then after that, the Alphas won. And they started strolling. The Kappas threw a cane at them. And all hell broke loose.
He hit a girl, though.
Yeah, he hit a girl.
What?
And all hell broke loose.
Did it really?
Yes,
Nigga,
it
was a fucking brawl.
In.
It was a brawl.
It was a brawl between the Alphas and the Kappas. Granted, we were out of it because we just got off suspension, so we ain't trying to get back suspended. So we was like, we going to sit this one out, but it's going to be real good. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was the homecoming step show experience. Chris, how was your home? Chris tried to outdress me.
Tried?
And...
Oh, my God.
Because we had a friendly dressing competition.
Okay.
And I will say,
I was 5 for 5. Come on.
You dressed very nice that weekend. And the only reason you won this one is because I was too lit.
What do you mean won this one?
The only reason you won this one is because I was too lit to take any pictures. I have no pictures. The one picture I posted next to the tree is the only picture I had of the entire weekend.
But niggas still saw you that weekend, did they not?
Yeah, and they said, "Oh, Kelvin, you're shitting on Chris the entire time."
No one said this. No one said this.
It is so crazy. It's crazy.
But no one said this.
That's what
no
they
one
all
said this. I need proof.
They said, "Chris, aren't you on Chris in a dressing competition?" I said, "Something." He calls it a competition, but we really know it's no competition. It's like, yeah, you're shitting on him.
Okay. You guys have such different styles. Like Chris is like, I'm gonna wear a suit and wear a shirt under it, and Kelvin
Chris
is more like. It's very. And
I fucked the whole game up. Like I fucked the whole homecoming up.
Yeah, for your style, you fucked it up.
So. Chris is the whole father.
He gives dad vibes, definitely.
My homecoming was lit though. For the first, like, I've never been like drunk. Like usually I've just been tipsy, but Saturday, nigga, I was on my ass because I had like a liter of blue juice. And I finished it by my fucking self.
Oh no!
Because it was so good that it didn't taste like alcohol. Like it was just
got it.
Like I thought it was just a regular ass blue drink, and I was on my ass like the entire Saturday.
That's why blue juice is the best juice.
Let me tell you, Chris was trying to stroll drunk. And
I was still out as fuck.
He was out as fuck, but he kept wanting to stroll, like do like 2 strolls to every song. Like every song, no matter what the song was. Hey, let's do 77. I was like, Chris, this. Then he went to the DJ. Hey, play in the middle of the song. Like, can he finish his set? Like,
right.
I'm pretty sure you guys things coming up next.
And you know DJs hate that.
DJ hates it, but it was an old ass. It was an old ass. He only had 5 songs in the rotation.
He didn't have "Living My Best Life," so he had to
download it.
Oh,
so
yeah,
he was over there playing
service.
Because I just needed 2 songs. I just wanted to hear "Before I Let Go" and "Living My Best Life."
That's all I wanted to hear.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to hear.
Because that is an HBCU homecoming theme song.
That song is everything.
It is everything.
It's a black barbecue song. It is an anthem
it
for
is
our
an
culture.
Anthem.
And now we have touchdowns and tangents. I fucked that up.
Tongue
tied. Yeah, thank you. We have touchdown and tangents member Kenneth in the building holding it down.
What's up, y'all? Good morning.
Welcome to the Get Right. Welcome in the dark.
Why are we still in the
I
dark?
know.
I like the ambiance though.
When you walked in, you probably was like, "Are they even here?" I hear voices.
Nah, it's like when you come into the studio early and then like somebody sitting on the couch and you're like, "Oh shit, who is that?"
Yeah.
No, really.
I do that every Sunday.
It's Sunday morning though. Like I could have been hungover, so like if I walk in here and the lights are off and y'all just talking, I'm like, all right.
It calms you down a little bit because this show gets crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's usually Chris. Chris is cheap.
Oh,
I'm not the first one who walks through the fucking door, so you could turn the lights on.
I could turn the lights on, but I know as soon as I turn them on, Chris is gonna turn back off.
That's at the house.
It works for
That's at
Chris,
the house.
though.
I know, and I'm used to it.
He's comfortable as hell right now.
Yeah, I'm good.
Super comfy.
I don't need to turn like when I'm at my house
over the hoodie.
Yeah,
over the hoodie. I don't know how he hears us.
I can hear just fine. I can hear just fine.
I thought we were gonna have the lights on.
Do we need the lights on?
Because I had these glasses on. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, you have on shades.
I do.
I just realized you have on shades.
It just looks weird.
Do you need the light on?
Hey, please, one at least.
I was gonna wear shades, but I was like, well, shit, they probably gonna have the lights off, so it's gonna be.
You thought?
It's gonna be a waste of a pair.
Nope. There we go.
Is it too bright for y'all? Let me know.
Let it be like
All the time.
all the time.
God is good.
Amen.
All right.
That's great.
Eric, how was your week?
It's been good. I got to host last week with Cameron, Gabby, and Gabby, as y'all know.
Mhm.
Those who listen.
Run the muck.
We ran a fucking muck. It was great, though. You know, enlightened some people. Hopefully got them on their track. Other than that, I'm working overtime. I got so many things in the works. And
Booked and busy.
Bitch. I'm plotting on you hoes. And I'm
Period.
excited about it. I'm very excited. So my week has been very creative. What else has been going on? Oh, there was this homeless man the other day who ran my tab up, bitch. But it was
Ran your tab up.
Yeah, because he asked me for food. But we went to KFC, and I was like, this is KFC. It can only get but so crazy unless he orders a whole bucket of chicken.
Because you know they got a $5. Well, they got like 2 things on the $5.
And which he did. He probably ordered like 20
a family
piece.
meal, yeah.
He
Probably
ordered
an extra biscuit.
mad. No,
What did he get?
he ordered some new wings that they were doing, like with the
How he know
flavors
about
and shit.
Right. He ain't
How
seen
do
no
you know about
commercial.
him?
He outside all the time.
He read the
always
paper.
out-
Right, they do got a display
If
probably.
he watching when
Yeah.
they change
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Damn, they ain't in the dark
Waiting.
like that.
He was waiting on somebody.
It was the fucking work uniform. That shit make me look like
Work
I got
uniform?
money.
Oh,
It does make
okay,
you look
okay.
like you got money.
Right.
Because you had on a bow tie and all that shit,
Right.
right? Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked me, so it was just like, I can't turn somebody down off of food, especially if you're not asking for money. And
This
he
is
made a
true.
point to say that, so it's just like, fuck, I'd be hungry.
Because
So,
I would give homeless people food, but I won't give them money.
Yeah.
right, because I don't know what you're going to do with it.
No, because like when I was walking because after I do the other radio show, I like to walk down Hollywood Boulevard
Mhm.
just to people watch. And a homeless man asked me for change.
Mhm.
And I said, well, I don't have any money on me, but I can pray for you. He said, I don't want no prayer. I want some money. I said, oh, well, I just have Jesus. That's all I can offer you right now. I'm
I
really
pray for
sorry.
you to get some money.
Right. We can hold hands.
Because Kelvin the
and
type
pray
of
together.
nigga that give homeless people like 2 cents. Remember the story I told you like a few weeks ago?
Just, yeah,
He the
that's
type of
just-
nigga to give like 2 cents. Oh, I have some change, and it'd be 2 pennies.
God.
What you gonna do with that?
I-
Be
You-
dirty ass pennies too. They get caught in the washer.
That's what it is. But you asked for change.
I don't.
Kevin, what the fuck? If you were homeless and I gave you 2 fucking
The
pennies,
Bible says, write the vision, make it clear.
no, I'll be
Hey,
pissed.
flip
If I was
2 pennies
homeless,
out
if
here.
I was homeless, I would want to fight you because you just gave me. I just feel like now you're disrespecting me with giving me 2
We've
pennies.
I
talked
agree.
on this show in depth about being specific in our prayers.
That
Now,
nigga
if
didn't
you
ask for
ask
2
me-
cents.
If
What's
you
worse?
ask me for change and I have change, you're going to get the change that I have.
Did you give him all the change you had? Though?
All the change.
Everybody
My
got a
last
loose
2
nickel.
pennies.
Everybody got
My
a loose
last
nickel.
2 pennies is what I give them. I don't carry I don't carry cash.
And then
off
like
me.
when we walked out the store, he said it like he had $2. Oh, I have change. How much you got? It's 2 pennies. What the
Yeah.
fuck are you gonna do with that?
What did the guy
You honey
say?
dicked him. You really did.
I don't. Did he even take it?
No, she didn't take it.
Yeah, I just
Because
yeah.
they have feelings.
They're human beings.
That's disrespectful.
No, I know they have feelings. That's why I go out the way to smile and say hello. Because I know as
they don't need a fucking hello.
No, they honestly do.
They needed the
They
extra
do.
3 pennies.
Because I realize a lot of times we walk past homeless people like they're wallpaper, and we don't speak to them, and that just probably drives them even more crazy.
No,
so
no, it doesn't.
But now I'm
they
starting to
chilling.
realize once I say hello, that opens up the conversation for them to beg. So now I'm like kind of like in the roads because I feel like if I was homeless, I would want people to at least acknowledge me and say hi, like I'm a human.
Who the fuck?
But
Why?
also
Who are
I'm
you?
like,
That
because
is
I'm
no,
human.
That is the thing. When I was doing part of my graduate school thesis, when I thought I was going to do it on homelessness, a lot of them do say that people don't acknowledge them and it makes them feel invisible, like they're less than. So that is a fact. But I feel like in terms of them asking for money, it's like, damn, I really don't want to beg you in the first place. So for me to ask you for change and then you tell me you have 2 cents, it's like
Disrespectful.
my value as a person. Not so much like it's kind of
Disrespect.
disrespectful,
It's
but my
disrespect.
value as a person is just like, damn, you only got
You only finna
This
give me
is
2
my-
pennies?
This is my thing.
3 would have been okay. 4 would have
If the
a
homeless people,
dime to start.
dime.
I guess,
A
to
dime.
start.
no,
Everybody
listen.
got a loose
Because
nickel.
I could
don't
get
care
a
who
piece
you
of candy at a corner store for a dime. For 2 pennies, I can't get shit.
Listen.
But
If
I
these
think-
homeless people are bold enough to walk up to complete strangers and ask for change, they can be bold enough to walk into the motherfucking library, ask the librarian for a motherfucking library card, to get on the motherfucking computer, to fill out a motherfucking application, to go to a motherfucking interview, to get a motherfucking job.
How they gonna do that with no
have an
address?
address for that.
They don't have an address.
You don't need an address
Yeah,
You do to apply for a
to
job.
apply for a job.
You need an address to have a job.
Unless you get one of those specialized programs to assist the homeless, but other than that, you need an address.
Then you're gonna have to live.
You know what the address is? What is the motherfucking address of the motherfucking library? That's the address that you gonna put down because that's where your mail is going to. You check in with the librarian at the front. You give them your library card. They give you your mail, and you can open it up.
The disrespect.
Find a P.O. box. It don't cost to have a P.O. box, does it?
Yes, it
Yeah, it
does.
does.
Oh, well, take the change you
Shit is-
collected.
it's
Like
monthly.
120.
Yeah, it's
like,
monthly.
for a year.
That change you collecting, that 2 pennies I gave you, that could have went towards your P.O. box.
Drug dealers can't even flip 2 pennies.
Right.
Yes, they can.
You lose a penny.
Into
you only
what?
got one
That's
penny.
baking soda.
It's fucked.
If you flip 2 pennies, what you gonna turn it
That's
into?
baking soda.
A quarter?
4 pennies. So now
That's
you just twice as
baking
mad.
soda.
Yeah.
If y'all out there listening, do y'all give change to homeless people? Yes or no? Because I want to know. You
Yes,
can write it in the chat.
Okay.
Do you give
Get on
money?
Eric's live.
Do you give tithes at
Call
church?
in. I do. I
So
do.
you ever threw in 2 pennies?
If that's all I have.
You've really thrown in 2 pennies at church?
I'm not
What's the-
2
what's
pennies,
the-
but
what's
the
I just
lowest
keep the
you throw in?
lowest I
My
probably
pocket.
thrown in is probably like 50 cents.
Really?
Because that was like the only cash I
I just
had
feel like
on me.
keep
You
it.
giving? Yeah.
No, I'm giving.
You giving
I'm
God 50
I'm
cents,
giving
but
God.
giving a
I'm
homeless
giving God
nigga
my
2
last.
pennies?
Right.
That's giving God my last.
You know, I think
That's 48
I think
cents,
the 50 cents is okay. I think that's perfectly fine. It's a stable number, but
Stable.
I
Throw a
think
nigga a quarter.
Stable?
and for the church, for the like
50 cent?
yeah, if
What is that going towards?
If that's literally all
That's
building
the
fund.
building fund, right?
Right. If that's literally
Right
all
there,
you
that's
have,
the building fund.
you niggas.
if that's literally all you have, because that collection plate has passed me more than it has got from me. So let's keep it a buck. So I think
See, Jackie said, yes, I have some homeless that have asked me for my empty water bottles or cans because they can yes, Jackie, because they
recycle
use that.
it,
They
yeah.
can recycle that and get what? How much they get for that?
5 to 10 cents.
Exactly.
5 to 10
5 to
cents.
10 cents.
But
So they
you
can
giving
take-
niggas 2 pennies.
and they can take my 2 cent and give them 7 to 12 cent. We're on the up and up. Money is money.
But do you actually give homeless people like your empty water bottles?
No,
if
he
they,
doesn't.
No, I
He
if
gives
they
them to me 'cause
ask,
I
I give them to
recycle.
Chris because
Oh, see,
so.
there you go.
Chris
But I feel
collected
like
off.
Chris
Put it
collect-
off on him.
So, but Chris, look, we're gonna talk this. This is a word because I said this last night. 2 left turns and you can end up on Skid Row, and Eric knows.
You know.
We make 2 left turns, you can end up on Skid Row. That's in life, and when you go to the club and go to the bank, and you get lost on the way back,
Fuck
and you end
don't
up on
remember
Skid
that
Row.
direct deposit.
right.
So 2 left turns, you end up Skid Row. That's why I give Chris that change because guess what? That's my roommate, and if he don't pay the rent, we both homeless.
2 left
2,
turns.
2 cent not finna
You don't
help pay the
know.
rent.
You don't know.
That's true. Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's right. That's how you do it.
But how was your week?
Man, it was good. Work. I just started a new job, so
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Hey,
Where
get
you
a
at now?
clap.
I'm still at the same spot I was working at in Northridge. I know. I feel like somewhere Pete is laughing. I feel like Pete summoned that boo somehow. But yeah, my new job. That's how I just said. I work at the Proud Bird. It's pretty dope.
Okay.
Broberg.
It's by LAX. It's like a food bazaar / like event center where you can hold parties and weddings and quinceañeras and shit.
Wait,
Okay.
how much they charge? Because I'm looking for a venue for
Oh,
a party.
right. Oh,
I don't know, but they're
exciting.
they have pretty decent prices and their food's really dope. So
Oh, they cater too?
We may have to converse after this.
What's the capacity?
shit, they got like 6 dining rooms,
Oh.
1,200 max a piece.
Oh, I know 1,200 people.
They had an
12
African wedding last week. They was drunk as fuck.
I
was
love
jealous.
African weddings.
They were lit.
They
Have you
go
been to
off.
one? Well, of course you worked that
Nah,
one, right?
but I've seen on many Snap stories. I'm like, that's a bucket list.
I've
thing.
been to 2 African weddings because they think I'm Nigerian. The first
I
one,
thought that too.
yeah, people think I'm
No one
African
thinks
all
that.
the time. He just said
I can see
Look at
Calvin.
passport.
I can see
Look at
I
Calvin.
thought I was
Think,
Nigerian.
He got the
Yeah.
beard,
Yeah.
like the beanie.
yeah, he definitely gives
I'm
it.
definitely Nigerian today. But I went. Their food spread
Yes,
was everything.
and they bring their own liquor.
Yeah, unlimited. And then they had like this cash dance they did and they just threw money at people.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I wanted to get out there and shake it. I don't know who I was marrying. I was about to grab somebody random. Like, we're next.
Wait, do you have to be getting married to get the
Yeah,
cash?
this is for the bride and groom.
Damn.
But they literally throw.
strip club Magic City money
Like,
at you.
and not just ones.
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Wow.
Like they rack up.
Like, this is the gift, basically.
Yeah, because they don't. I didn't see a gift table. I don't remember. I seen a lot of food, like American food, African food, like a lot of food, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. Because when you eat African food, they don't tell you what's in it. They just like
it's so fucking good though.
you be eating goat and shit.
I love that jollof rice,
spicy and shit.
Yeah,
so good. Oh my god. Oh,
It's
I gotta get some
gamey
food
and
after this.
spicy.
I'm so hungry.
I've never had African food.
you never had African
You
food?
are missing out on great
I'm a picky
spices.
eater, so I've never
We
had.
gotta get you an
Oh,
African girl.
This nigga with the picky eater thing.
I never. All I've had is American, Italian, and Mexican. Probably.
I feel like if we got you an African girl, you probably can get some good.
And
food.
you'd be full as fuck.
Yeah.
You'd be full as fuck.
Kelvin, please
Just don't tell him what's in it.
Please
Don't tell him what's
in
in the food that he's eating.
Huh?
'Cause I remember a couple weeks back, he said, "I don't eat such and such." I was like, "Bro, then how do you eat food?"
yeah,
I
I
work
can't-
I make sushi at one restaurant and like food together. Like, how you eat? How do you eat?
It's difficult, man. Like I don't eat certain shit.
It's
Like,
not-
it's
peanut
not
butter,
good to me.
It's
water.
not
I'm
difficult.
allergic. I'm
He's
allergic
just
to
not
nuts.
eating
Yeah,
it.
he can't eat
You
peanut
got a
butter.
nut allergy?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I can't eat nothing with nuts.
Me too.
Absolutely anything.
So that I think that's why it cancels out a lot. What we go to the Korean barbecue on my birthday like 2 years ago. You died.
Yeah, and I damn near. Yeah,
You gotta
almost
be really
died.
careful. They have a lot of
Because these niggas told me they marinate
peanut
their chicken
sauce.
in like some peanut sauce
oil.
type
Yeah.
shit. Like,
that's just delicious.
and I was like, why didn't y'all tell me that? Like, that's some shit y'all should put on the menu.
Yeah, they don't. That's why I don't eat Thai food.
Because who the fuck marinates a steak in peanut oil?
it's
Who the
delicious.
fuck does
Someone who
like no one
works
does,
at an
like so
Asian
if you
restaurant.
at the crib about to make a steak, you ain't about to buy no peanut oil.
Nigga, I might have some peanut butter. You ever put peanut butter in a smoothie?
on a
Hell
That
no.
shit's delicious. What?
Yeah.
I know that's a thing.
I ain't never heard
On
of it.
steak though.
It's how you cook it though. Like it's always a base. Like everything. Like let's say you're brining meat or whatever. You'd be surprised what actually goes with that. Like sometimes, like let's say people have chicken and they'll roll it around in like eggs and like breadcrumbs, and then they deep fry that shit, and it's amazing. And then some people are like, "Well, I'm vegan," and I'm like, "Well,
Yeah, I'm pescatarian.
yeah." See,
So
so it's like you really do have to. That sucks. That like if you have a nut allergy, you really have to ask
Every
for
single
everything.
time. Every single time.
Like even certain smooth like Robex, they have like certain things. Like you get like let's say fruits, vegetables, and then throw in some peanut butter, which is fire as hell.
Fruit and peanut butter sounds so disgusting.
Not
You,
one
now when you
fruit
mix your shit up with
sounds.
some ice,
you never had peanut butter and bananas?
Honestly, even though I'm allergic,
I
you gotta
haven't,
blend
no.
it. You gotta blend it.
even though
Like
I'm
a
allergic, I'm still not.
What
I
you
don't
allergic
like
to?
the
Nuts?
nuts in general, but I don't like the taste. I don't like the taste of peanut butter. It's like ew. Why do
This shit
people like
smells
this?
disgusting.
It
but if
stinks.
you closed your
I love
eyes
peanut
and
butter.
somebody gave it to you, would you feel the same way?
We would have to fight because I'm gonna be in the hospital.
I'm gonna be sick.
But like, if you were in a perfect world,
That is so
you weren't
sad.
allergic to nuts or byproducts or anything.
I still wouldn't like it because I've tasted it.
So y'all can have a Snickers. Y'all can have a Payday. Y'all can have Nutella.
I've eaten
Nutella-
Nutella.
Nigga, it's nuts.
I've-
I can't have
Nutella
shit
isn't
with
nut,
nuts.
is it?
I've
It's
eaten
hazelnut.
No, it's,
Oh, yeah.
that's fine for
You
me.
can have a
I can't
hazelnut.
have- I
You just
can't
can have
have it.
peanuts.
I can't have
Tree nuts.
that. Pecans,
Coconuts.
peanuts,
Nothing.
coconuts make my tongue
Pistachio.
itch.
Coconuts make my tongue itch too.
Coconut
It
is
makes
low-key
my
trash.
skin crawl. I think
Does
it's
it?
coconuts are just a trash ass
Coconut
food.
feels like that.
But it tastes good
That
in
uncle
drinks.
that touches you on the shoulder too
No,
much.
coconut. Right. Like, excuse me. Thank you.
I've eaten like I had like that's why I hate almond joys to the death, like for eternity. My mom loves almond joys.
My mom too.
I would rather like stick my tongue in a homeless person's ass.
What
Oh,
the fuck? Can it-
Like that would be a
and
worse
then-
death.
and then give them 2 cents.
I'll give them 4
For their
pennies.
trouble. For their
I give them 4
trouble.
pennies. There's a special place in hell's waiting room for people who do that.
That's
Give someone like here's 16 cents,
Giddy up, Calvin.
14 cents.
You know what? I'm trying to do the Lord's work, okay? And as long as I'm
No
doing
cap.
the Lord's work,
You
that's all
barely
that
clocked in.
happens. Look, I give what I got.
You showed up at like 8 and then went home.
I
At
give
8,
what I got.
10.
Yeah.
At
But they always
8:10.
try to give me. They
You
be
showed
seeing
up
my
just
shoes.
to pick your check up.
Right.
It's always the black ones too. You ever know it's always the black ones? Hey, what's up, brother? I know you got something on you to help
Oh
me along,
man,
play
I was
out.
at the club like 3 weeks ago, and this dude was just talking. I'm like, he must have been living in his car or some shit. It was down like deep in Hollywood, like no, L.A. And I'm like right by like my hated enemy, the restaurant IHOP.
What?
I fucking hate IHOP.
I love
Why?
IHOP.
I'll get into that story in a second, but like,
We must know.
dude asked me for some money. And like, first he started off with some real positivity and shit. He started with love, like, yo, man, I see you and your homie. Like, you're out here doing big shit. Like, have some fun, blase, blase. But, hey, could I hold something real quick? Like, I need some money to get to whatever. And I'm like, all right, man, fuck it. I was drunk. I was like, all right, here. Like, I'm willing. Like, if you catch me in the right moment, I might give you $5. Like, if you're a homeless person.
In the right moment.
In the right moment, if I'm really feeling it. The other days, I'm like, nah, homie, you got to get your own. I look at you, I'm like, I'm 26. I'm out here, like,
I'm almost homeless, too.
Shit. Most, actually, black men make up the majority of the homeless people in Los Angeles. And no one's giving us any bailouts.
At all.
So I'm like, especially when I see a white person homeless, I don't feel sorry for you. My ancestors inside me like,
you know, my friend Ken, he won't give white people.
What you just say?
My friend Ken.
You're who?
Oh shit.
Oh, not what you want to give me though. So let's talk about it.
Oh shit.
There we go. Oh well, look. I try and keep everything concealed on this damn show.
No,
I ain't really the middleman.
Motherfuckers want to try to expose me.
Wait a minute.
I sit there and these two just fuck it up. The stuff that we talk about.
My really, 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 really good friend.
Honestly, I quit.
Finish your fucking story.
I need time
That's
off.
how it feels when me and
Finish
Peter
your
just
fucking
roast
story.
each other.
Who makes me happy, who brings me joy.
Finish your fucking
Come on,
story.
Mary
We don't
Jo.
care about
Explain
all
what
that.
they
We don't need to hear
do.
about all that.
Just
We don't need to
live.
hear about all that.
Live in your happiness.
Won't give white people anything. Like he said, you if you misuse your privilege, that's on you.
Yeah, you poor and white.
Damn,
That's a waste of white
That's
skin.
actually wow.
Think
That
about
was
it.
so
Yeah.
sad.
Because you
No,
have.
but that's real though.
it's
But that's
real, it
actually
is.
real.
If
Yo, man, you let
misuse
your mayonnaise
your privilege,
spoil.
because
Damn.
listen, I just feel like
Because you do
call
have,
me racist.
Wow, no, it's not. I'm not.
Call
That's
me
not
racist.
racist.
They already have the upper hand.
Black people can't be racist
So if
ever.
Exactly.
if they want to go and apply for a job, they already have the upper hand once they show up.
Speaking of like racism, at homecoming, I had carpooled with. It was me, and me and my best friend. We went to the game or whatever. So it was these group of niggas who looked like they were some troublesome niggas. So we pulled up.
Sounds like
and,
Kentucky State.
So we pulled up, and the girl that was driving was like, "Oh no, I ain't gonna park over here. They look like they steal." So I was like, "Yeah, they do look like they steal." So my best friend goes, "That was so fucked up for y'all to say. Like, how do y'all know that they steal?" But I'm like, "Look at them niggas. They look like they steal."
That's some
And she got mad because we just felt like we can't be talking about our own people like that. But I just feel like if you look like you a fucking hoodlum, I'm gonna associate you like you probably do look like you
But
steal.
the thing is, we do it to our own people. Like
So,
I see what she's saying.
But my thing is, I'm black. Why can't I say that? If I say you look like you steal, why can't I say that?
Because Chris technically looks like he steals right
Right
now.
Right now I do.
Right now
yeah.
you do. You have the
You
hoodie
look like
on.
you're a credit card scammer.
Yeah,
Right.
like right now I
something.
do. But if
Right.
you see me on everyday life,
definitely-
I don't look like I steal. But if I go up and see some hood niggas, why can I not assume that y'all some scamming ass niggas?
Did your hood nigga senses tingle?
When, as soon as we
Spidey
pulled
senses.
up, I saw all five
You
of
feel
them
like
niggas.
They had
it's
dreads.
It's like a
A
buzzing.
few had dreads. Some had on like some pelly type shit. They was
Oh,
sagging.
Niggas had on
yeah,
eight-ball
yeah, yeah.
jackets.
Niggas
Oh, yeah,
had
they
niggas
steal.
had on
Yeah.
Mesquine.
Oh, they
like,
steal.
yeah. And
That
they was
curve in
walking
their
up.
pocket.
They was walking up to other cars and shit. And I'm like, oh no, don't park here. They do look like they steal.
Yeah,
They
that's
got the
suspicious.
blicky just to
Yeah,
open
and
your
she was
window.
sometimes-
legit pissed. Like I was just sitting there, like, why can't I? Why, like, what's wrong with that? They do look like they steal.
I feel like it
Yeah.
perpetuates the stereotype, but at the same time, it's not racist at the end of the day. I feel like we as people are observing human life. So it's like we have observations.
Yeah.
And in my prior experience, I've met niggas that look like you.
They look like
and
they
y'all
fucking
have
steal.
stolen
Right.
shit. So it's not about me trying to oppress the black man. Sometimes we need to just level with ourselves and be like, look, bitch, a spade is a motherfucking spade.
Right.
But I
That's
also
what it is,
feel
man.
like if I go out without my glasses
Mhm.
and I have on a hoodie
Mm-hmm.
and just like I'm tall, I'm black as shit,
Mhm.
I have broad shoulders, people automatically gonna think I'm a threat.
Right. Because I'm going to the mall after this. I got to go return something. Niggas going to think I'm...
What's
They
you
gonna-
returning, Chris?
Don't worry about it.
They're gonna offer you a store credit.
Because niggas going to look at me like, you know...
As soon as you raise your
But
voice,
yeah, so...
Ask Chris what he returning.
Chris, what are you returning?
A shirt. What's the big deal? It's a
what
return
color is the
shirt.
shirt?
Ask him what
Black
shirt
and white
he
shirt.
returning.
What's wrong with it? I'm
Is it the one
confused.
from
They returning
Homecoming?
a pro
Huh?
Is
No,
it-
I didn't return shit from
No, it's
Homecoming.
not
I
from
need all
Homecoming.
that.
Huh?
There's nothing more from homecoming.
It's a shirt. Like, I'm not gonna wear it. So what? I don't. What's the issue?
They gonna hit you with, well, if it's just a shirt, then why don't you just keep it?
They gonna give you an in-store credit
I'm saying
in 2 pennies.
Where'd you get it from?
H&M.
out the donation
They'll take
box.
it back.
Right.
Why?
They're definitely gonna take it back.
Oh, I thought you said don't take it back.
No, they're gonna.
He's tripping because it's a shirt that I wore and I'm taking it back.
Oh,
Did you at least
is that
wash
really
it?
a thing for you?
I don't take nothing back.
I take clothes back.
If I don't need it, I'm taking it back. I wore it for one purpose, and I said I was going to wear it for that purpose. And I need to take it back.
Was it a significant amount of money?
It's like $30.
Nice.
You just the video I showed you.
That's running
that
the
shirt,
mill.
the Craig shirt.
Oh,
I don't need it.
Oh, I feel you.
I wanted
mine,
it just
plaid
specifically
shirt?
for that.
I've kept my entire Smokey outfit. That 3X T-shirt.
I don't know why you're keeping
bland ass baseball cap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping it because I bought it.
You're never gonna wear that
Take
again.
it back.
You're never gonna wear
I'll probably
that
wear
again.
it to sleep, and if I ever have to work on the construction, I'll probably put that hat on.
Construction.
I can see why you would take that plaid jacket back because it kind of feeds into the stereotype where like I have like a red plaid shirt. I don't even wear it no more because I look like a blood. I was like,
That's right.
Shit. Like even my whole life, I've always looked like, oh, this nigga might be a physical threat. I've watched I've seen like professors like clutch their purse in the elevator. I'm like, bitch, I'm more inclined to knock you out just cause.
Just cause.
But I could definitely see that. And honestly, the 2 times I've been robbed in life was by a black person. And when I saw my mom get robbed when I was like 4 years old in East Oakland, and she was like 9 months pregnant, it was a nigga who did it, and a bunch of niggas across the street were just watching. They were Crips.
so pathetic.
I understand it. I understand the why. Like we question our own people, but I think the line is drawn when like we see like people start cooning, or that chick in New York who pretty much punked her son into saying that she forgives that white lady, knowing damn well he don't forgive her.
At
that
all.
was that
And
shit hurt my spirit.
And he doesn't have to forgive her.
He's
He's 9. And he had enough of a spine to be like, I don't forgive her.
Yeah.
And then they go, and y'all got journalism backgrounds, media backgrounds. So like we see what happens behind the scenes on like sets of TV shows or interviews, whatever. Like that it felt the death stare that she gave that kid. I was like, I'm not here for that. That shit was wrong. So it comes to a point where like, yeah, we stereotype our own people because honestly, black people in a lot of ways like to be cowardly because we will destroy our own and tear each other down. But when a white person walk in the room, we catch our ass real quick. So,
but it's not so much just judging our people. I'm judging people in general. If you're white and you look sketchy as fuck, I'm not pulling up next to you either.
Yeah,
if you're a white crackhead
mayonnaise.
Prostitute, I'm not pulling up next to you.
Oh
either.
hell no!
Nobody
I'm an
is
equal
off limits.
opportunist pull offer.
Right. If I see an Asian driving, I'm not crossing the street.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna hit me.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if
Asians
you're black.
can't- well, wait.
I'm
Asians
trying to
can't
make
drive
eye
anyway.
contact
I know.
while they're like driving, just so it's
Are
like,
you muting our mics? What are you doing?
I am muting this racism.
Are you? What?
Unmute our mics, please.
black people can't be racist. It's a
Hey guys, just to get right, I'm the only one unmute because I'm not here for where this conversation is going.
You unmute us?
I am
Thank
an
you.
equal
We are all black
opportunity
radio
offender.
station.
I am an equal opportunity
You know
offender.
racists can't drive.
Everybody.
Look at their eyes. They cannot drive.
They cannot
They
fucking
can't
drive.
fucking see.
Asians are dangerous. Have you been in Koreatown?
I live
We
there.
live in Koreatown.
And I came from there. So I know that these
They
people are
cannot
dangerous.
drive.
Ooh,
They'll actually
child.
look at you and keep fucking driving.
And
As
laugh
you try
as-
to, yeah.
as they
like
avoid-
we in the wrong.
Right.
And I got the
Yeah.
fucking ghost walk sign.
You almost killed me, Connie Chung.
I just want to say,
I
I just want to say,
look.
Kelvin does not.
Sue Young almost killed him.
The views expressed on this,
Almost fucking killed him.
the views expressed on the Get Right does not always represent Kelvin unique
rush hour.
in the Kelvin unique.
That's all. Yeah, that's what I was.
Ooh,
Chun-Li.
okay.
Yeah, fucking Chung.
All right, guys, let's move on.
Bitch.
Did you say Chun Li?
I can help it. I love Too Short.
It's time for Bitch You Better Eat.
We are having a moment, Kelvin. What's wrong with you?
Like, I'm actually from East Oakland, and every time y'all play that drop, I get hyped.
Move
I start
on.
playing Mac Dre and shit, doing the thizzle on the
It
mirror
does
for no
something for
reason.
you. Number one.
Number one.
So about 107,000 Georgia residents were removed from voting polls for not voting in past elections. So
Trash.
apparently there's this new policy called Use It or Lose It. And basically, if you haven't voted in 3 years and either re-registered or spoke to like a congressman or representative or something like that, you lose your voting privileges, which is crazy because I don't know if it's coming at a time where we're apparently so woke that people have been triggered and are going to the polls, but is that why they're cutting us off?
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
So
What it is? Go ahead, Chris.
go ahead.
It's the modern day Jim Crow. That's exactly what it's to keep us away from the polls because they know that probably the last time people have voted was when they voted for Barack Obama in 2016 because a lot of us, not me, but a lot of people were just like, I'm not going to vote in this election because I don't want to choose the lesser two evil or whatever your reason was. So that means they've had, about 4, 5, 6, maybe 8 years since they voted last time. So they're taking those people off the poll because they probably didn't re-register. And it's just like showing like if you don't have your ID, you can't vote. Or if you don't have such and such, you can't vote, which is not really true.
I don't see the issue with it.
You don't?
No. And because if you don't pay your taxes after a few years, you go to jail. So if I feel like if you're not out here voting, you're not really losing anything. You're not voting anyway.
But I think.
But like, what if you show up to the polls this year? Because
it took you 3 years to do that? Well, 3 elections to do that? 3 elections is what? That's 12 years.
Propaganda is heavy.
Yeah.
And there has been a lot of propaganda towards our community because those are the people who don't vote.
Yeah.
Those are the people who are not voting.
I don't see an issue with this.
I feel like for us, in order to get a step up, because we have been stepped down so long due to our negligence, we have to get to the polls. So now that people are finally like, okay, I should be at the polls, they're like, oh, no. Snatch.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the automatic oppression of our people. Like, automatically, because white people is out there voting. I don't know about Asians. I don't know about
ain't
Mexicans.
out there voting.
Asians historically
Young ain't out there voting.
don't vote.
They don't vote, and
Because they have their own economy. And when
They
Asians
don't care about
vote,
us.
they have somebody that they know that they paid for, that they brought up from the grassroots. So they kind of use socialism within capitalism and make it work for them. I personally really think that voting has never done anything for black people in the history. By the way, the our right to vote is still can be taken away. We're the only temporary. We're the only group, only racial group who has temporary voting privileges.
take away one amendment, it's done.
So I'm like, all these years of voting, what did it really do for us? Because Obama didn't really put anything specifically set for black people to thrive economically. Like, black unemployment for black youth is higher than it's ever been. And it was its highest under Obama. And if we go back and really think about it, a bunch of black people got murdered under Obama too, and none of them were actually really brought to justice. So if we're going to talk about voting, let it be on a local level. But racially, they've all poll taxes, the grandfather clauses and all that, they've always wanted to suppress the black vote. And now they do it worse to where they lied for years saying, oh, if you're a felon, you can't vote. 2 Chainz and a bunch of other people already went on a campaign to prove that wasn't true. When you factor in the fact that they try to get black people, especially in L.A. and New York, on almost any charge whatsoever, all you got to do is, if you get hit with a conspiracy charge, you're done, even if you didn't do it. Like, all it takes is for them to get you in the system, and boom, your voting rights are already fucked. So if you black, and it doesn't matter when you vote, I think it's kind of useless to just sit up here and say, oh, after 3 years, we'll take your voting rights away. You ain't taking nobody else's vote. You're not taking white people's right away to vote, period. Like, older black people are the ones who go to voting polls by the bus and get rejected. And we've seen that on the news plenty of times.
Let me just double check. Is it 3
It's
voting
3.
or 3 years?
I think it's 3 years.
With election officials over a 3-year period.
I don't think 3. Well,
so 3 years, that's probably like the local election, not the general election. But to go to your point, I think this is why it's important that we vote in our general local elections, because those are the things that directly affect us. So yes, Barack Obama is the president of the United States and he can make laws, but he also has a Senate and a Congress that can veto everything that he says. There's checks and balances. So if we're not voting for those people that's going to vote yes for what the president's what to say, or go against what the president's doing, like putting people in cages, like making sure that a Supreme Court justice gets confirmed. What is it, 51 to 49?
We had
they got him confirmed. We do have confirmed that. When we vote for our senators and we vote for our governors who put these people in places, that's who we have to do. If we would have turned out before and not let the Republicans get or not even Republicans, because I'm an independent. I'm not Democrat or Republican. I go for what's right and who I feel like is right. That's why I read the balance, read every candidate, and whoever I feel is best, that's who I vote for. If we took the time to read and see where they at, who funds them, what do they stand on, what is their past voting history, we could have a much better America, and then we won't be complaining about the small things. I think we get so caught up in the hoopla of the presidential election. Oh, this person has all this money. This person raised $2 billion for their campaign. This person does this. Instead of taking in the local election, who are we voting for lieutenant of the police chief or the sheriff here or the lieutenant of the fire department?
Do you even know who those people are?
Exactly, because those are the people that's going to come to your neighborhoods to save you when you get shot.
Or won't if you're black.
Exactly. But if we have somebody there that has their eye and the ear to the streets and understands not only the neighborhood but the people that live in it, then they can make an effective difference. And that's why it's important to vote in our local elections. Everything cannot be on a a
national level?
Yeah, on a national level.
We shouldn't even think on a national level.
We have to think about our neighborhoods, which is why it's important that we get out and vote in this election in November.
And yeah,
but
and
I'm off my
that was great. That was the point that I was trying to make. I feel like now people are now getting the concept that these little elections, the local ones, matter, and this would have been the time for them to go out and start, fixing it. But now here comes the 3-year snatch. It's kind of like they're getting on to it. Let's find something real quick. All right, taking it.
Pete's in the comments, y'all. Pete was supposed to be here today.
What did he say?
He couldn't be with us today.
Car trouble.
But we're happy you're on the line. He said, you lose voting off of a felony. And he said, don't forget black unemployment is the lowest it's ever been under Trump. That's because Barack Obama put things in place before that.
Amen.
Wait, hold on.
And,
Pete really said that shit?
Yeah, that's what Pete said. And, yeah, he's 8 midterm elections for the House and Senate is bigger than the president. Yes.
Pete.
I just think a lot of Pete, I don't know. Pete, you and Kanye both got a hat on today.
No.
But no, I'm
don't
just
do Pete.
I'm not throwing Pete.
I have to because
but
he's
I'm
my
just
co-host.
But I understand, like, even like with things get grandfather clause then. Like you get like it was like the bill that Trump signed for the music artists to get more
Music Modernization Act.
Yeah, to get more rights. That was not a Trump era law. That was not a Trump era bill that was put in that was started. That was a Obama era bill that was going through legislation to make sure it was everything, and Trump just happened to be the president to sign it. So I'm pretty sure there's shit that's going on right now that we don't know about, that the next president, because if y'all don't get the fuck out and vote in 2020, I'm going to beat y'all asses. That the next president in 2021 signs will probably have to be something that Trump probably put in place now. But that's just how laws work. They just don't happen overnight. Unless you break Calvin off and he becomes Supreme Court Justice, which is why you need to vote.
Let's keep it a buck, though. To Pete's point about the whole black unemployment, actually, that's just categorically false. Because there's a bunch of black people, black men in particular, who literally went all of last year and didn't have a job. Like, just breaking down economics. Black people own as a group, collectively, we own 2.6% of this country's wealth. We virtually own none of the land. White people own, I think 98% of the land. Some crazy shit like that. So, amongst that 2.6%, 2% of that is baby boomers. So if your grandparents or whoever had wealth and a house and they passed it down to you, because wealth right now is calcifying. Black people as a group are poor as shit. Everybody in this room, in this block, on this city is a black person. Even if you throw in Oprah, Jay-Z, all these black billionaires, whatever, you throw in, they're in that 0.6% with the rest of us. So black people as a group are poor as shit. And for, like, Chicago, black people are totally getting phased out economically in a lot of areas, gentrified in a lot of areas. Like, I'll say LA is like is one of the leaders in workplace discrimination lawsuits amongst black people. Not being able to get a job, getting treated unfairly. I've dealt with racism at multiple jobs. I can tell you, this shit is real. So to sit up here and say that it's its lowest under Trump, Obama was already working on that. And on top of that, you're not factoring all the people who didn't have jobs and can't get jobs, people on disability. That's just not true. Like, Black
do you
unemployment has nothing to do with Trump.
Do you think that
going down.
a lot of African Americans are more so going into entrepreneurship and starting their own businesses and things of that nature? Do you think that may have an effect on like how it seems like the unemployment rate is going up because we're creating our own jobs now, like the Instagram boutiques and all the other things of that nature? I think that may go into a factor that we realize that we can have our own business, like we can be business savvy, we can have multiple streams of income, and I think that starts the unemployment rate to go down as well. I don't think it's like people are creating new jobs, or maybe because we have more degrees. Like this generation of African Americans may have more degrees, so now we're at a competing level with our counterparts.
Yeah,
We also
it could be a lot of stuff.
We're technically the poorest. Like, I asked my mom, I was like, because if you look at the civil rights generation, they were the beneficiaries of like, so people like, let's say in the 60s who were like adults around that time, their grandparents were the ones who were creating economies, black businesses. We used to have black radio stations, newspapers, everything. Anything a white company had, a black person had it. But we actually practiced group economics with each other. And that civil rights generation pretty much a lot of them sacrificed having our own business and like, okay, this person's a black bus company, I'm going to only do business with them. They decided, let's integrate with white people. That's why you lost a lot of black schools. You lost a lot of black intellectuals. And a lot of those black teachers couldn't go to those white schools and get jobs. They weren't going to take them. So they were just stuck out here. We let a lot of scholars, intellectual people who actually had knowledge of self and history, we kind of just let them die broke. So when it comes to that generation pretty much gave up our generational wealth. That's why if you ask your parents, well, what was it like in the 80s? They'll tell you it was fun, it was dope. But then you ask them, well, what did you build? What did your parents build? And they'll probably tell you some old school mindset like, oh, yeah, my parents worked really hard to get me where I had to go. And, like, if you look at the degrees, we in, like, more student loan debt than ever. And how many people are really getting the careers that they want? How many people are actually getting the bang for their buck with their degrees? It's not happening. So
what do you think the solution is?
It really comes down to, like I said, group economics. If I'm only talking about black people in this regard, and then we can branch out. But we actually have to be willing to spend money with each other again. Like, think about it. Black people make all the social media platforms pop. All the memes. Black Twitter is a thing. Black Twitter is better than actual Twitter.
It sure is.
How many people came up with Black Twitter? How many people literally made Facebook hot and then we realized, oh wait, Facebook are the feds? Like if we literally just invested in each other on our own platforms, like Tariq Nasheed, he came out with Hidden Colors 1 through 5. He's working on 5 right now, and he did 1804, the history of Haiti. And a movie just dropped in L.A. last night, Race War, with this guy named Jason Black. He talks about like the perpetual state black people are in right now, as far as how we get treated by law enforcement, economically. He has other movies and stuff like that, but the bottom line is, if we actually worked together and supported each other, like, for example, black women have pretty much given the hair care industry to Asians. Like, Asians have the hair care industry on lock. It's not even funny.
They do.
Think about it. Carol's daughter, a bunch of people. I think the descendant of like Madam C.J. Walker at one point had a business and had to give it up. If black women only went to other black women to get their hair done and all this other shit, we wouldn't be seeing them getting the shit beat out of them in Asian hair care restaurants and them going back the next day. Black men routinely shop with, like, we work with black barbers. So I feel like we got to come back to the fact that black people just don't want to spend money with each other and don't trust each other. And then on the other hand, black people got to not be bullshitting with their business and have they act right together.
And we also can't we talked about this. I've talked about this with my friends before. Stop asking for the hookup with black people.
Thank you. That
Pay
shit
for
is
your friend's
lame.
product. Pay for it in full price. I know we went to high school together. I know we went to college together. I know we kick it. But if I'm going to support you as a whole and as an entrepreneur, I have to pay the full price for it. That's why whenever someone asks me they want to give me stuff, I say, let me pay you something for it. Or at least let me pay full price for it. I don't want the hookup. I want to invest in your art. And I think that's what we have to start doing. Eric, want to get to number 2?
Yes. Can I get some music? Because I realized.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
So number 2. Rihanna declined to headline the Super Bowl to stand with Colin Kaepernick. So, as you guys know, the NFL asked Rihanna to be the halftime show performer, and there was also, is it also with Maroon 5 and Cardi B? That
I'm assuming
that was the conversation.
Maroon
Cardi
5,
B, Travis Scott.
Cardi B was never asked. She was going to be a guest.
Right, no, right.
But it was Maroon 5, Rihanna, and there was also rumors of Gwen Stefani.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the alleged lineup, but Rihanna said
watching.
no because she doesn't appreciate how the NFL felt about or handled Colin Kaepernick taking a knee. So, shout outs to Rihanna for that. I don't know how you feel. A lot of people in the comments, black people in the fucking comments, saying things like Rihanna couldn't carry a Super Bowl show if she wanted to. God damn it.
They asked her first.
Rihanna has 14 number ones.
Rihanna has enough albums to cover a whole Super Bowl if she wanted
14
to.
number
Respect
ones.
on her name, please.
She I'm not saying she's the best vocalist, but the girl could carry a show if she wanted to.
14 number ones.
Yeah, and so for me, it's like Rihanna is so solidified that people are begging her to stop playing Avon Lady and make some fucking music. So I think we need
Avon Lady.
I think we need to stop.
Stop playing the Mac counter lady.
This is easy. She do makeup tutorials. Riri now.
Girl,
selling
ma'am.
makeup and lingerie and shit.
Ma'am. We understand you can beat that big ass forehead, but we need you to get on the beat.
right now.
Don't
right
talk
now.
about Rihanna's forehead like
Rihanna's
that.
forehead is sexy as shit.
But I'm saying like Rihanna she is held to a high regard. So let's just respect the fact that she took a stand. Same thing with Amy Schumer, talking about the lack of white actors, actresses, and celebrities standing with black people in terms of how the NFL was dealing with them. Mm-hmm. We still sitting there dragging her. It's just like, you know what?
No, we should drag Amy Schumer. She's not funny. She stole Patrice O'Neal's jokes.
Okay, that's fine.
She a bum.
Drag her for stuff that's warranted. But when she's actually taking a stand, something that we cry all the time about white people not doing, shut the fuck up and let her stand.
I think it's
But you know niggas
it's
petty.
really interesting when you get on these blogs and working for a blog and it's like seeing the comments. Like Jay-Z and Beyonce raised $6 million for cancer treatment. One of the first comments I read, that's it? That's all they raised?
Are you fucking kidding?
But you can also say Beyonce can't read.
Yeah, Beyonce can't read, but it's okay. But she can fundraise.
Who's a better reader, her or Rihanna?
Rihanna went to public school. Beyonce did not go to school. Anyways, I love B. But I think that's like
Rihanna, sorry.
I think we need to stop automatically going for the negative and just see what the light is in it. Like I applaud Rihanna. Like shout out to Rihanna for taking a stand for something that you believe in and not saying you won't make money off of my name. Because that's all they're doing. Right. They're trying to get views for the Super Bowl.
That's it.
Because nobody goes to watch the game.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Touchdown and Tangents does go to watch the game.
They're
other than that,
sports fans, yes.
I only go for the party and the drinks.
But other than that, the regular American only goes for like the game and we watch it because it's like America's pastime. But we really want to see what this halftime is all about.
Right.
That's what we care about. And I think Rihanna's saying, like, y'all not about to get no money off of me. Y'all not about to do whatever y'all going to do. Because, granted, the album's coming out. So this would have been a big album push for her. But she doesn't need it. Just like with Jay. Jay didn't need it.
They could honestly do their own concert
at the
exact same time.
That's what they could do. Yeah.
In the hood somewhere.
Uh-oh, put that out.
No, they could
put
do
that
it
out there.
at the next arena. That's next
put that
to,
out there.
What's next to the Mercedes Super Bowl? The Mercedes. They could do it at the next shit that's next to that.
And live stream it.
Remember, I don't know if y'all remember.
Take all the shine.
The national championship game this year, they had Kendrick perform at halftime. But guess what? They, on the TV, through the magic of TV, they showed the inside of the stadium, and it was mostly white people. Mm-hmm. It was kind of mixed. But when you actually show the live video of where he was performing, that shit was way hype. They tried to make it seem like the inside of the stadium was rocking. Mm-hmm. Nah, that shit was dead. Outside where like Kendrick was actually performing was where it was dope. Mm-hmm. So they probably was gonna try the same shit with Rihanna. Let's be honest. They probably, because they're supposed to have Cardi B and Travis Scott on. They're gonna have Cardi B on for probably about 3 minutes and 28 seconds.
Not even that verse in that song.
Just to have her dance and put the camera on her.
She is going to do her verse on Girls Like You.
That's it.
They're going to put the Bodak Yellow track behind a Maroon 5 song and send her on her way.
That's exactly.
She won't even rap on Bodak Yellow.
Scott
They'll put that behind, and Travis Scott will probably come out and do half of Goosebumps or something.
How they
and then
never
move the
asked
hell
Drake to be on?
How's
Drake never done the Super Bowl?
I think that's an interesting thing. There has not been a real hip hop artist to do the Super Bowl since like the Aerosmith NSYNC thing when they had Nelly and Diddy and Mary J. Blige come out. Like, granted, Beyonce is Beyonce, and I love Beyonce and all of her blackness and all the things she's exuding. But at the end of the day, Beyonce kind of is a pop artist. She makes popular music. Same with Bruno. Bruno first award was a Soul Train award, but he makes soul music. But he's a pop artist. We have not had a real Prince. I guess Prince was probably like the last true art, but he transcended. He transcended.
Yeah.
So I don't know why if hip hop music is the most popular music on the radio. If you look at the Billboard Top 10 right now, it is all black artists. It is full with black artists except for Maroon 5 and Post Malone. But
Post Malone.
But Post Malone makes music for black people.
Interesting.
So, we can't headline the Super Bowl. And granted, I know that T.I. and them was like, it's in Atlanta. We should do Atlanta artists. I understand that. I do understand that. But I know Chris is going to agree with me. I don't want to see no Migos at the Super Bowl.
That's because
I do not.
I don't want to see
I don't
Migos.
care to see the Migos there, but there's so many more.
But yeah, we need to see if they're going to do Atlanta artists. We need people that are going to be willing to put forth an effort to do a show.
See Andre 3000.
We got to remember that this is also the Super Bowl. It's the most watched sports event in television, so it's got to be a show. I'm all here for having somebody black on there, but I'm also, if you're not going to put time in your craft to give me a performance, then don't do
all
it.
Migos going to do is stand there and that's it.
No, Takeoff. What's the one who doesn't talk?
Takeoff.
Yeah, Takeoff. Pete pointed out to me he might be on the spectrum because we saw him live at the Forum. Like, he just stands there when Bad Bougie plays and any other song plays. He'll just stand there just like this. I'm like, damn, that nigga on the spectrum.
He definitely is on the spectrum.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Trash.
But who would y'all want to see?
Shit on the autistic.
Who would y'all want to see at the Super Bowl?
Honestly, I'm just not invested. I'm more hype about this idea now of us having a concert at the same time as the Super Bowl because we have that type of clout.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's even Beyonce hasn't thought that far ahead. It's like, when are we really going to stop playing and take the ball because it's in our court?
Or when we going to start our own league?
I don't know what it's going to take.
The JBA.
Bring that back.
No, the JBA is here.
It's a toughie because I feel like there's so many.
I don't want that. Yeah, JBA is the LeVar Ball League. I don't want
what's the
basketball.
The NFL could do
acronym?
it.
I don't know. Junior
Basketball Association. Whatever.
Okay, I'm saying like
I'm talking about the NFL because the NBA
it comes out of group economics again.
The NBA has been more embracive of their African American players since Iverson. I think once Iverson started speaking out with them in the
that's when
they scapegoated Iverson.
And I know, but I feel like they let them wear the I Can't Breathe shirts. Nobody got a penalty. They let them speak out more. And as
they
far as like
them. Nobody lets you.
Well,
like if somebody kills your family member.
Sounds right.
Okay, well let me not say let.
I think they just showed up with that shit.
Yeah, but they also they
supported it.
They supported. They were going to support it.
Yeah.
They were going to. It's a better term. Whereas the NFL, we still have Kaepernick who can't.
It's a slave plantation.
Yeah.
And
they said you can't kneel during the national anthem.
Jerry Jones,
which is not even against the law.
Yeah. The fact that you're telling me what to do with my fucking legs on the lowest
super
scale.
Kick your ass. How about that?
I say this all the time. The flag is not supposed to be horizontal, so that's against the law. So the government should be suing the NFL because the flag's supposed to be flying at all times. If it's not flying, it's supposed to be folded up.
Yeah.
I think we need to see where our power lies in certain arenas and do it. And I'm not saying this just as black people. It's just this is where it hits home, so I have to keep drilling this point. You motherfuckers make up the whole NFL. The whole NFL. And y'all sit there powerless. I don't get this is the equivalent in my mind. And tell me if I'm wrong. If the Major League Baseball was oppressing Hispanics, are you really powerless? Are you really powerless?
No, but that's a different dynamic too, because they got Hispanics in the baseball to get black people the fuck out of it.
But
if you look at the Negro leagues and all those great players and all the black, like Kurt Flood. No one remembers Kurt Flood. It was a black dude who played for the St. Louis Cardinals. He's the reason baseball has free agency. He fought for it and got blackballed and died poor. But nobody talks about Kurt Flood the way they talk about Jackie Robinson, who was actually a coon and spoke out against like MLK, like all the prominent civil rights figures. He spoke out against all of them for a check, but nobody speaks on that.
But
So do you think that Kaepernick will go down as a legend like Muhammad Ali?
In the same vein, and not just because they're kind of light skinned, but like, like we always come on, y'all. We all saw that. We all noticed it. We just didn't want to say anything.
What?
Like, he's kind of light skinned.
I never thought of him as light skinned.
Muhammad? I
feel
didn't
like-
think
you
of
think
Muhammad as
light
light
caramel.
skin.
He's light caramel. He's like my color.
It's
almost.
So you're Muhammad Ali's color.
Yeah.
I feel like light skin changes every 10 years. Like it's like really. There's Persian chicks where I'm like, are you black? But nah, all
So
seriousness.
what the fuck we going? What's the starting point?
All seriousness.
I'm light skinned now.
Right.
On some Charlemagne type shit. The skin lightening cream.
I'm the granite.
I knew what's happening. Wow.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
crazy.
when it comes to him, I think there should be like a master class on how he moved and how he secured this bag. Because you got to understand, ever since white people have come into contact with Africans, our lives have been pretty fucked up, if we're going to be honest. Like, as a group. I'm not saying individuals because I got white homies.
right,
but like,
of
as a
course.
group, we've literally been castrated, murdered. Like, we had our history taken from us. So we got to understand, when we're around white people, it's about getting this bread. And then we take it back to our own, which is what every other group does. Every other group fucks with their own. Latinos fuck with their own, except for if you're a black Latino, then they apparently don't fuck with you. But it's true.
I love my Latinos, Jackie.
Like,
I should
no,
do
like
too. My
there's
Dominicans and Puerto
colorism
Rican.
is real in every community.
Oh, child.
And
That's
it just,
different though.
it will make more sense, especially when to your point with the NFL players. Why don't they just quit? A lot of them are kind of just comfortable. Let's be honest. Some of these cats got like 6 baby mamas. Some of them are just grown ass children out here who've been college to high school. We talk about it like we interviewed some high school athletes on our show a while back, and you think about it, that high school process to college to the pros. Where do dudes get broken psychologically and say, you know what, I'm all in with this?
Yeah,
But
that's very true. Let's read the comments real quick.
Go for
So, Brittany said Amy Schumer can suck a fat dick
oh
with
wow.
her fake
Sure he
ass.
does.
Oh wow.
She looks smelly like blue cheese.
And
Brittany
mayonnaise.
felt that.
Okay, yeah, for real.
She also said she applauds Riri for she's gonna buy some Fenty. Pete said
what she's
that
selling.
Takeoff is a DJ too. He also said that Major League Baseball oppresses the fuck out of Hispanics,
They do.
and they can't celebrate the
All these
backlist
leagues
or
do.
none of that stuff. Willis said, let me scroll up, that they got 3 HBCUs next to the Ben Stadium. They should have the concert there. And black high school athletes should play for HBCUs, and I agree because right now Kentucky State University team is 0-8.
Kentucky football is ranked 14th in the country.
That's Kentucky.
But I mean, let's be honest. Nobody wants to play for Bowie State
But I'm
or
saying
whatever. Like,
we need to play. We need to support our own, and
Oh, I don't
it's
support them.
really interesting because
Howard Morehouse.
at Kentucky State University in 1972, we had Travis Grant. What's Coach Grant's first name?
Coach.
I can't think of it. Coach Graham, and another one of their team members that were all drafted to the NBA. Travis went to the Lakers. Coach Graham went to, I think it was the Suns or something around that, and the other one went to another team I can't remember. But it was such a big deal because that never really happens from an HBCU, let alone a smaller HBCU. And we have so many of these great HBCU players that don't get drafted. Why do you think that is?
it's just a stigma because, I mean, if we take it all the way back historically, HBCUs were started and created by white people who like had black mistresses.
Well, let's
Or
no, hold
vice
on.
versa.
Okay, I'm gonna
Some
hold
of
you right.
them,
I'm
some of
gonna
them,
hold you
some of
right there.
Some of
So
them
Kentucky
were
State University
started
was
by
founded by
black
a
people.
black person
Yeah,
for
yeah.
black school teachers, and that's
Yeah.
a lot of Bethune-Cookman University started by
Yeah,
a
yeah,
black
yeah.
woman
There's
for
a hell of-
African American women and teachers. So let's bring that back.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but go ahead.
A chunk. I bet it. A chunk of them were started by white people quietly, but it was
They fund it.
yeah, they funded it.
Uh-huh.
But when you look at like take Jackson State, they just had a guy go in the Hall of Fame, and 3 of those cats all played on the same team, and one of them was Walter Payton. So, and Steve McNair was like the last dude, honestly, the last first round pick who was like
From HBCU?
yeah. So it just comes down to the recruiting game changed everything.
You think it's money?
It's all about money. It's always been about money, access to resources, and for some reason, we think a white coach can relate better to a black kid with no father. And honestly, in recruiting, that's how they get these kids. 75% of black people are born in the single mother households. So you got a kid coming up with no father, or maybe had a father, whatever, something happened. All you need to do is get that coach in there, get him to pump his head up, and come to his university. And then he's the workhorse. He's the mule. And up until about a couple years ago, these cats couldn't even get food
money
whenever they wanted. So I think when it comes down to the HBU system,
I remember that.
Academically, if you transfer from an HBCU to like a major school, they don't even count your unit sometimes. They look at that shit as your other.
Oh, that's disrespectful.
So yeah, the NCAA literally. That's why when you don't see HBCU football games on TV.
No, you don't.
When's the last time
and
you
I
seen
think BET should go back to that. I did not know that BET actually started like that.
Yeah,
that's really interesting. I don't know why they lose
black sports.
Well, they used to play black sports
all the time. The bands, the big games, Grambling.
Yeah, like all the classics and stuff. I think they really should get back to doing those things.
CBS owns
at least add it to the rotation because their programming is horrible.
Because I can't watch Baby Boy another time.
I can't either. Boomerang either. BET, cut it off. Damn.
That's why I want to.
At least play the good black movies.
The point is, this is the thing, because like Brittany, right, said that the Major League Baseball is oppressing Hispanics. The point is, you were saying that they're comfortable with 6 baby mamas. No one should be comfortable being told that they cannot get on one knee if they feel they're not being respected. And that is the fact of the matter here. If you know that you hold numbers, fuck your comfortability. How are you comfortable being oppressed, treated as less than? If you know that you make up Major League, get with your fellow Hispanics and get the fuck up out.
And that's how I felt about the NFL too.
Right.
If there's so many African Americans that are on that line that are getting concussions, that are dying, that are losing their lives, that can't play and find a job after they leave the NFL, if they would have all stuck together behind that brother, there's no way that the NFL could have you can't get on the team. Now, I understand that they feel like they may lose their what they have, but if they stick together,
you can't all lose it.
You can't all lose it.
You make up the NFL. They need you, unless these coaches about to get on the field, which I've looked at a lot of them when I do watch,
they can't run.
And they all look like they're on the deathbed standing up. So I don't understand. I just wish people would take advantage. The same way Beyonce did what she did at the Super Bowl. We all, as individuals, have that power to do that, but we're so selfish, and I feel like it's gonna keep fucking us up. And we could talk about every which way to get to equality, accepting the white man, and this and this. If people would really stop their shit and band together, each group would be good in their own way because it's a community that allows us to survive and sustain. I don't know. It's like beating a dead horse, honestly. Let me go. What number?
Number 3.
Okay, it's time to go. I'm tired of this. Queen Latifah is reportedly engaged and expecting a baby with her longtime partner.
Yes, Queen.
Oh, you know what? All right. So Queen Latifah is reportedly engaged and expecting a bundle of joy with her fiance.
Who's pregnant, Queen?
No. Queen Latifah is not pregnant.
I just had a question.
I thought she was expecting. I was like, wait, did I hear that?
She's not the pregnant one.
Okay.
Her fiance, Ebony Nichols, is. And this is good because a year ago she lost her brother, Lance, and then earlier this year she lost her mother. So this is some sunshine in her life. Now, I know we have all speculated. Not heavily, because I just drew the conclusion in my mind. Right, it was what it was. Queen Latifah is gay. Cleo from Senegal.
But she came out as Cleo. That was her coming out.
And that deaf mute, that was something. Okay, nobody's telling me nothing. So I feel like this is great for Queen Latifah. She's done enough in her career where she can do whatever the fuck she wants. Successful rap career, actress, cover girl. Who the fuck is checking Queen Latifah?
I appreciate Queen Latifah because what she has done for black people in the entertainment industry is unparalleled. She was not your stereotypical African American woman lead.
Sure wasn't.
And she had her own sitcom.
Yeah.
She's been nominated for an Oscar for her role in Chicago. She has broken a lot of barriers that we don't give her. Queen Latifah started off as a rapper.
Sure did.
She's the first one to really branch out of hip hop and become the mainstream artist. And I think that's something to be applauded.
Male or female.
And I also applaud her because she has changed. People give Ellen a lot of credit, but I don't think people give Queen Latifah a lot of credit because I feel like Queen Latifah was probably the first lesbian that a lot of people seen and felt relatable to.
Maybe because she wasn't owning it.
I don't think because I talked to Chris before. I don't think you have to own your sexuality. Your sexuality is just who you are.
But I feel like the
and
way
I think that she has. I think that she has just proven like I'm Queen Latifah, regardless if I love a man, a woman, a dog, a cat, an alien.
I hope she don't love no dogs and cats.
I'm going to be Queen Latifah, and I want you to love me and accept me for who I am first, and then worry about my personal life later. Which I think that's why she's never really like screwed out there and like said, yeah, we married, we engaged, we having a baby, because I'm first a person first, and I want you to get to know me before you get to know everything else about me. But what are you gonna say?
I feel like Ellen was propelled on that lesbian platform because she was out. That I feel like it was a clear label because she claimed it. You can't put Queen Latifah on that because it was still speculation because she never owned up to it. So she may very well have been that black lesbian figure. She just didn't claim it. Wanda Sykes, she wouldn't have been that figure, but she would have been a black lesbian. Well, she claimed it after a while, so I guess. But then again, no one's thinking about Wanda Sykes.
Damn.
As sad as that is, I'm serious.
Shit.
I really love Wanda Sykes, but I remember the conversation we had in here a few weeks ago. Apparently, ain't nobody thinking about her. I live in the
ain't
past.
Ain't nobody thinking about
no one's
her.
thinking about Wanda Sykes.
No one's thinking about Wanda Sykes.
Who?
Not since Pootie Tang or
Ah!
Undercover Brother.
Pootie Tang was her best role though.
Pootie Tang was her
Undercover
only
Brother
role that
Oh,
we know.
It was her best.
My-
role.
she was in
No.
other stuff.
No, she was in Blackish. That's huge.
She's in Blackish.
She's in Blackish. That's huge.
But no one.
She was in Monster
If you would
Law.
not have reminded me that she was in Blackish, I would have forgot she was in Blackish.
I didn't even watch the show. I just knew she was in it.
You need to watch Blackish, Eric.
I watched some episodes because it was part of my master's thesis.
And it was really
still
good.
mad.
It was really good. It's just it's
You
not
don't
what
have
I
time.
I don't care about it right
Release
now.
the Kaepernick episode.
Did I watch that one?
No,
I think
they
I
won't
did.
release it.
Release it and release the Trump episode too.
Yeah.
They took that off the air.
Didn't they do
They
that
didn't
for
air those
Roseanne?
two.
They didn't air them.
Oh,
Didn't they air the Roseanne one?
It's ABC. They ain't gonna hear that shit.
They not.
It could have been so cutting edge though.
And a black
because
person was
that's
in
why
charge of
HBO's
that.
doing well. I mean, not to say Insecure is like extremely pushing boundaries, but there's Issa Rae's life is pretty accurate.
Did you see that article?
But it's also HBO.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's the difference between them and ABC. I don't understand how they don't
Yeah,
understand.
people pay for it.
Did you see the article on
Fair
Issa
enough.
Rae though in Insecure? That like
Which one?
62%. It's like one that came out that's circling the rounds. That like 62% of her audience is white people.
I want to know where they get these
62?
numbers. Where they get these numbers from?
No, like it was like a bunch of articles. I was like, this shit is either like
where they get
they
these numbers?
trying to
62?
plant this narrative, but they said like
it's not.
62% of Insecure's audience. I
I
was like,
don't
that's a
believe
weird
it.
ass number to keep repeating over and over again.
I feel
They
like
they
it's-
probably took HBO's demographic
Right.
and said that
62% is white.
and said, well, that's the audience.
It's slower
No.
time
No.
forever over here.
Right.
A lot of
Shout
it's
out to the president.
it's a heavy minority population watching. It's blacks, Hispanic. It's not
It's
just
for all of us.
Yeah, get the fuck what? Okay, number four. So, a Philadelphia songwriter wins $44 million in a lawsuit over an Usher song.
Bitch, I wish I wrote that song.
So, the Philadelphia songwriter who claimed he was cut out of profits and not given any credit for a song that was recorded by R&B singer Usher has been awarded more than $44 million in a lawsuit against other co-writers on the track. So, Daniel Marino was awarded with the big sum last week. His former co-writer, William, I guess, Duce? I don't know what the fuck. Was ordered to pay $6.75 million in what the fuck? In compensation. So basically Usher took his song Club Girl and re-released it as Bad Girl, which is a
banger.
fucking bop.
It's a banger.
Wow.
Fucking
really?
bop.
Eternal
Yeah.
bop.
Wow.
That shit is an eternal
I
bop.
want to hear the original now.
I know it's called Club Girl. I don't. It's probably not
But
gonna be as
who's
good.
the artist?
Well, they said it's the same song. They
Wait, what's
said-
the artist?
Daniel Marino.
But that's the songwriter. They said.
I mean, he wrote it. I just don't know how it
'cause
was performed.
It said Marino said he created the majority of the songs, including the guitar hook, tempo, chord progressions, and other elements.
So
What's
some
his name?
it's some Stairway to Heaven type
Why
shit.
Barton added the beat and lyrics respectively.
What's his
So,
name?
What probably happened is these are probably just two up and coming songwriters.
Reference track.
Yeah, reference tracks.
Daniel
So
Marino,
it probably was
Club
never
Girl.
out. But I don't
Or-
think the song was ever out.
You don't
It
think?
could have been
I don't think it
also
was
like a Stairway to Heaven with shit, I keep forgetting the name of the group, where like they stole a song. They straight
They
up
stole a song.
ripped off a song. Go look up Led Zeppelin.
Well,
They
just
literally
like-
stole a song
Just
from a
like
guy got
Beyonce
sued for it.
"Kissing You," which is why it's not released anymore because
Whose was it?
It was an artist before Beyonce did it, and now it's not on like any of her digital like if you buy the I Am Sasha Fierce like now it's not on there.
I didn't
because
like it
they-
anyway,
so-
but I didn't know that.
But I think I'm happy they got their money. I don't think it's Usher's fault because like
No,
just like
probably
when
not.
people write songs and they submit them,
Mhm.
there's no telling where the song's going to end up at. Like I can
Yeah.
sing it, you can sing it, Usher can sing it,
Right.
and
I don't see
then
it
if they
on
don't,
there.
because it's probably not out there
But
because it's
he
probably
has
just
to
a
have
reference.
he has to have some type of some
I'm
For
pretty
44 million, he has to have some type
he
of
probably
viable
had
proof.
a reference track. It probably was an unfinished song, just really rough of the beat and some reference vocals. Sent it over to Usher's team. Usher's team said, "This is dope." Usher never recording it. Blam was on Confessions.
44 million?
Confessions
even
was a
one
big
mi-
ass
it was.
album though.
But that one, and Bad Girl wasn't even close to the biggest on that album. So it's like you got 44 million off Bad Girl.
I too have a confession.
Not
Oh
even,
yeah, Weren't
I
you
wrote
the one who
yeah.
said- Didn't you say Cisco was better?
Cisco is better, but I wrote yeah. I wrote yeah by Usher, Lil Jon, and Ludacris, and I want to make this known right here on this show that I am coming for my money.
Tell you
It
the truth.
happened.
Wait. This motherfucker just said Cisco is better than Usher.
I'm still mad about that because I was. literally
Anyways, going
eating
back
it.
to my lawsuit,
We'll come back.
I wrote
to,
yeah.
Oh my God.
One time when my mom actually was calling my name, and I guess she didn't hear me, so she said Kelvin. I said yeah, and she said Kelvin, yeah. She said it one more time, Kelvin, yeah, because she couldn't hear me, so I had to keep saying it, and that's when I originally wrote yeah. Chris, why don't you believe my story? Chris did not believe my story. That's when I originally
Next thing you know,
wrote,
she was all up on you screaming.
yeah, all up on me screaming because I was getting a whooping because she couldn't hear me. And she's like, I've been calling you. And that's when I wrote the song. And I want my $44 million.
You should get it.
See, you already messed up. You don't cap how much you want.
Excuse me. I'll take that back. I want my money.
Right.
There you go.
If the Powerball Mega
equity.
Millions is $1.6 billion right now, I want that much for yeah. And I will be suing Lil Jon, the East Side Boys, and whoever else.
Ludacris was on there too.
Ludacris,
Okay.
Twins.
JD,
No one to say.
the entire So Def family.
Got it.
That's
Bow
who
Wow.
I'm-
Might as well
Bow
just throw in
Wow.
Bow Wow.
Yeah, I'm suing Bow Wow because I'm pretty sure he played it.
Get Number 5.
Number 5.
So a grandmother shoots her grandson in the leg after he ignores her request to stop placing his cup on her furniture.
Hold on, what?
I see no crime.
According to the Daily Mail, 75-year-old Helen Washington was caught last Friday.
They're white, I'm sure.
No,
I
no,
know
no.
they
Washington,
Black
she's
or
They
all
gotta
of
be
us
white.
in this
She's
room.
I know they're black.
Is she black?
so black.
Blacker than all
Oh,
of us.
did you hear the story?
I heard the story. I just
Put hot lead
That
in
is
his ass.
that is a black grandmother thing.
75-year-old Helen Washington was caught last Friday after police found her grandson sitting in front of her Brooklyn Center home with a gunshot wound on his thigh. He told authorities that Washington shot him in the leg. She used a .38 special revolver with 5 rounds of ammo.
Snitch.
A witness told police that Washington became upset after she told her grandson to keep his cup off of her furniture. When he ignored her wishes, Washington got up from her seat, grabbed her gun. While he poured another cup of tea, Washington pulled her gun out and shot his leg.
is it that serious?
Might
Apparently.
kill her
If your grandmother tells
I would listen.
keep
But
it
my
up
thing
on the
is,
goddamn
if I
furniture.
forgot one time,
You don't
she,
forget.
grandmother,
She
you about
didn't
to
forget.
shoot me?
She told him once.
She said her a few times. And Little Kim said, if I told you once, I told you
She
twice.
gave him a
She
warning.
probably from like the deepest, darkest part of Selma, Alabama.
We don't play that.
You don't play that shit.
She shot him.
She knows she country.
And she just took the plastic cover off that couch.
Oh,
Right.
she took time to load the gun and shoot you. You had at least 30 seconds to cop.
You had multiple times to get the cup of the tea
It's
off
run.
of the couch.
How old is this boy? Did we say?
No.
He got to be grown.
We just
Stupid
know that
years
his
old?
grandmother is 75.
He's stupid years old.
That's fucked up.
He
If
clearly
your
has no
grandmother's
respect.
75, you got to be at least
I'm
20.
busting back though.
At least.
Nah, grandma.
You
getting
go
popped.
shoot back.
Grandma getting bust back. You ain't gonna shoot me with a 30.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're going to kill her wherever you shoot.
Right.
you gonna lose that toe.
Blow her fucking kneecaps
Because
off.
blood can't be
I'm
lost
not
at this
shooting
point.
my grandma.
Yeah,
My grandma
no.
can shoot me. I'm not shooting
shooting
my
I'm
with
grandma.
not going to
BB
shoot
gun.
her.
I'm not
I
gonna
love
shoot
my
you.
grandmother.
Hit her with 22. Sorry, you ain't kill her.
Lord, the kids, the future. Bless us.
Shoot somebody in the thigh.
But
Shoot
I
more harder.
already said when I get old, I'm that type of grandparent. Like my grandma right now is at the age where she does not care what she says, so she's just getting real reckless. And I cannot wait to have that seniority just to say whatever is on my mind. Because like she will literally talk about you to your face. And
The
give
niggas gonna look
no-
at you like, put this motherfucker in the home.
No, they won't, because they're gonna respect their elders.
It depends
Or
on
else I'm
what
gonna
your
shoot
parent.
them in their leg if
They start
don't
talking about
listen.
random shit and ducks and ponds
Yeah.
and everything.
It depends on the level of respect. Like, if my mom If my mom started talking shit, I'm not gonna just put her in the home. It's like we've come a little too far. I can't put you in the home.
My grandma has her own money. She's not gonna. We're not gonna put my grandma.
Yeah, like like maybe you will find you a place, or I'll like you can stay with me somewhere in another room in the house. But like I can't put you away because like think about what they do for you. That's your grandparents.
Yeah.
Let me clarify. I wouldn't really shoot my grandmother.
You already talked about
I would
Papa
shoot
on some
that
Suge
nigga's
Knight
grandmother,
shit.
though.
On some real Suge
I'm
Knight
not
shit.
shooting. I'm not shooting my grandma.
Okay.
I'm not shooting my grandma neither.
The poor
Lady
lady.
Charlie Mae, lady grandma.
But that was all for bitch. You better read.
Now it is time for the topic. Surprise me.
That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that.
That was rough.
You better give me another one.
On
or,
Sunday
or
morning,
is that it?
damn. Just might as well go to DMX.
I was not expecting Biggie. Okay. So, do y'all have a problem with being honest with y'all friends? If it's something that they love to do, but you just feel like it's not good? Like, is it a time where you just sit back and be like, I'm going to just tell him it's good just to, satisfy him?
Like their
or her?
talents?
Yeah. Or are you actually honest with that person? Let's just say if, like Kelvin, for example, like that single he wanted to put out.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
the number one hit
what's
single?
it called again?
Something.
Like when I first heard it, I was like, Kelvin, I don't like this. I don't think it's good. Like I don't like it. So is it like, do y'all have a problem with telling your friends like, okay, I just don't think this is for you. I don't think you should do that. Or do you tell them what they want to hear because you're their friend, you're supposed to encourage them and support them, whatever.
I have to think about that before I answer.
Well, let me tell you where the situation happened. The situation happened to me. We're not even friends. Like I know the person, but we're not friends.
Mm-hmm.
They sent me a song and was like, "Yeah, bro,
why
check
would
out
they
my
send
song."
you a song?
Yeah, because
That's the worst.
I think I'm a very tough critic. Like I think I'm a very tough critic. So he sent me a song. We're not friends. He sent me a song, and he was like, "Yeah, bro, like check it out, man. Like this is my new single, whatever." I'm like, "All right, okay." This time I actually fucking listened to it, and it was terrible. And I never responded. I just and then I never actually gave my feedback because it's like, dude, that was trash. So
Does this person listen to the show?
if he does, he does.
He does now.
Yeah, don't
You can
care.
figure it out.
Now,
Chris
okay.
does not care, and I really respect
What
it.
did you tell him?
I didn't respond.
He didn't
Ghosted
respond because it
him.
was bad.
This was like a week or two ago.
Oh, damn.
This is the thing.
He should get the
I
hint
think
now.
everybody should have a friend that's honest with them, especially if there's something that they're going to be pursuing, because everything's not for everybody.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I would think if I was to be like, hey, Chris, listen to my song, and you thought it was trash, I would trust you enough to
Like you'll be mad if I told you it was good.
No. I'll be mad if you told me it was good and it's trash.
And I hated it, right?
Yeah, I would be mad about that. But if you told me, like, this is trash, like, try something else, I probably would take it to heart and be like, okay, let me try something else. But I think it's like the level of your friendship. Like, if somebody random sent me something, I'm like, oh, yeah, this is cool.
You know the person who sent me the song.
I think I know who it is.
Because I just never told you about it. I wanted to bring it here
I
today.
feel like I know who it is. But,
Friend court? All right, homie court.
But I just think I think with music, it's up to that person's musical taste. So
Yeah, I
it
don't
may
feel
not
like
it
the
may
person
not
can
be
sing.
my thing, but it may be someone else's. Because I think Jacquees is the trashest singer there is out right now.
He's
Top
okay.
five.
Some
Top
people-
five.
Some
Top
people
five, and
like,
he's not even five.
Some people like his voice. He can't sing
I like
At
that.
all.
and
His covers are fucking terrible.
trash.
I don't think he's horrible,
Garbage.
but I don't
You
have.
don't think it's? Have you heard him?
I don't have
Did you hear him do
garbage.
"Knocks Off My
He's the
Feet" by
Rebecca
Stevie
Black
Wonder?
of hip hop.
He did.
He did "Knocks Me Off My Feet" by Stevie Wonder, and I was pissed.
He changed his keys
I
want to
kill him just because he did a
and
Stevie
not
I
in the
was
right part.
pissed.
Undercover.
I listened to Trip. That was my first interaction with him, and
that was his only decent one.
and I felt like that
And he
fell in
stole
line
that
with a
song.
lot of what I'm hearing from these new age R&B
He
artists
stole that.
that
song.
are on the rise, and I'm just like, well, it's just another one.
This
You got-
nigga did "Jaded," terrible. This nigga did "Knocks." Well, he
did
did
Get
"Knocks Me
You.
Off My
Did you
Feet."
hear "Get You"?
I heard. I was
Trash.
pissed. This nigga did
Trash.
"Against Me" by her. Did you hear that one?
Oh, hell no.
He's trash. He calls himself a cover artist, but he's usually just stealing people's music.
Like what? He calls him like he has these Q mixes. Nigga, where's your Q originals?
But
Where's
did you
your
listen
original
to his
songs?
He's worship
mixtape?
Tory Lanez.
His mixtape is literally all old songs that he just changed to now. Like all the beats are just recycled R&B songs that he really just tried to make his own now. And I'm not here for Jacquees, and y'all can fight me.
And he sings about the same shit in all of his
Would y'all
covers.
say the same about Tory Lanez?
I'm not a big
See
fan
the
of Tory
difference
Lanez.
with Tory Lanez?
He has
Like
talent.
he samples the beat. He doesn't like cover a whole different song. He just samples the beat, and that's fine with me. Samples are good, and his samples are actually cold as fuck.
Jasmine says she's starting to develop a complex on you, Chris.
Why? A complex? What that mean exactly?
She said we sleep. I don't know if we sleep on Jacquees.
Are we sleep on Jacquees? I don't think
Hold
we
on,
are.
hold on.
Because Jacquees is ass.
Jacquees is trash.
The highest level.
The highest level of trash.
I think he's
A landfill.
I only know
Yeah.
that
Niggas hot peanut butter trash.
he's nothing for the amount that I feel like I see him on social media. When I listen to the music, I'm like, I don't. But then again, Fashion Nova is at the top of my trending list.
Yeah.
So I don't know what is entertainment anymore.
But I guess back to the question: do y'all
Yeah.
tell y'all friends if they're if are y'all honest with your friends? I'm honest with my friends, but sometimes I spare feelings.
No, like
For the song, I would be kind of honest with that. But like if in relationships, when people take people back that I don't think they should, sometimes I spare people feelings when I don't think they should. But then I also tell them that. But now I'm like, hey, if that's what you want to do, then that's what you should do.
I think I could be a little more honest in terms of, like, okay, so if someone, I'm never going to tell you, I don't think I'm going to tell you you're trash. I guess it has to be something that really appalls my ears. But, like, I don't think I would tell someone that they're trash at something. If, I don't know. Like,
you don't got to say they're trash. You could just say that product is
The
trash.
product is trash.
This needs work.
Yeah, like, I guess if someone gave me an album or something, I would be like, yeah, this doesn't sound good. Or like a painting, and I'm like, I don't get it. but at the same time, it's just like, I know it takes like time to develop a skill. So it's like, I don't know. I try and meet them where they're at. But if it's like some shit that's supposed to be sent out tomorrow, and I guess I got to tell them, and I would, but it's just like, I don't know my tongue. That shit gets rough.
Like, I would want my friends to, like, if I showed you an audition of mine and you thought it was terrible, I would want you to tell me that you thought that was terrible. Because
Right.
I wouldn't want to. Oh yeah, man, send that, man. That's actually good.
Right.
But you think it's trash.
Right.
Because I mean, you could have the same view as the person I'm sending it to. Y'all can have the same vision for whatever I'm showing you.
That's true.
So yeah, I think first of all, I just think it's very important to be honest with your friends, or if it's not even your friend at all, this person who sent me the song is not even we not even cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what made him send me the song. Like, let me send Chris the song. Like, I don't know what made him do that, but yeah.
So
I'm an asshole.
I believe in one negative, two positives.
My
So
two positives
if you
were not
say
responding.
something negative, you have to combat it with two positives.
That's
two
why I didn't
solutions.
respond. That's the positivity. I'm not
Neutrality.
That's real.
I thought it was trash. I'm just not even going to
That's
respond.
my motto in life: one negative, two positives.
Yeah.
When we're critiquing, but
have y'all been in that situation though?
I
Yes.
have.
Yeah.
What did y'all do?
Times.
It was someone I didn't know, and they sent me music through Instagram, and it was a referral, and they were like, "Tell me what you think of my friend's song," and I was just like, "I don't get it."
Everybody
what did you
is
get
not
about
I
meant
hate
to
when
be
people
positive.
do that
What
shit
did you
on
get
Instagram.
about it?
I didn't get what it was. One of the songs that are of today's music, where it's just like for a certain vibe, like a beat, but there's no content, and it's like, I do you just want this to hopefully touch the club? Because it's not.
Well, I think everybody has to realize they may be a good singer, and they may be a good entertainer, but everyone's not a writer. Everyone can't compose a song. So if you know that's not your strong point, ask a friend.
He wasn't singing.
Oh, he was
What
rapping?
was he doing?
He was rapping about nothing.
Oh, well,
At
He's
all.
Jacquees.
Yeah,
He needs to go to school.
Because SoundCloud rappers,
Nothing.
those are the worst.
They didn't go to school.
He
Get a
wasn't
trade.
rapping about anything.
Get a trade, learn how to build a house, paint it, plumbing,
Learn how to
something.
weld.
Something.
Weld a beat together. Weld some words together.
Because there's thought to be had in every piece of art, but it was just like, it was made for the culture, today's culture, where it's just like, I'm banging my head to nothing.
Yeah.
Which is trash.
So do
I
y'all-
was just
do
like,
y'all
I don't want
think-
more of this in the atmosphere, so I have to tell you I don't get it.
Would y'all rather have blunt honesty, or would you rather somebody like sugarcoat the honesty of you wanting their opinion on something?
Depending on who it is.
Yeah.
Because I also know you can't take everybody's opinion. Because some people are just
Hating
negative
ass
Nancy's
bitches.
and just going to tell you it's trash because they can't do it.
Yeah.
So I think it's depending on who you're seeking that validation from.
Let's say it's a friend.
funny.
Like, let's just say it was a friend, and me, for example, I'm blunt, I'm
I would
direct,
never take your advice.
I give awesome advice. But
should eat
like,
this.
for example,
No.
if you brought me something and I'm just like, Kevin, that was fucking terrible, or then the next hand I'm like, oh, I mean, you could probably do this better.
Yeah,
Like,
I would-
which
I
one
would-
would you rather have?
I would take both. I want you to tell me it's trash, but I also want you to tell me how to improve it.
Right.
One negative, two positives.
Yeah.
So don't.
Because when
just-
you show me something, I do tell you like, okay, do that different.
Yeah, change that, and I'll tell you the same thing. Like, switch that around. So I think it's just you have to know who that person is 1st and like you can't take everybody's opinion. Don't
And
let
then
everybody
another
speak on your
thing,
life.
like with the person who sent me the song, I'm not a producer. I don't work at A&R.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not.
You know
What made you
okay.
like? Why'd you send it to me?
But you are the consumer. You are the consumer,
I'm
and
not
you have
bu-
a
I'm not
platform.
buying it.
Yeah,
You
you
do.
have a platform.
You have a platform.
And also, you
Oh.
work for CBS, so people.
What the fuck does?
They
Do
thought
I
you
work for
was a
CBS
plug.
Radio?
Let me tell you.
Do I work for CBS Radio?
They're just thinking CBS, which is another level.
You're in the building.
I put the hashtag Hollywood
You're on the
Unlocked
payroll.
in my bio, and you don't know how many random ass DMs I get about. Can you put me on the page? It's a dancer who dances. They sent me like 5 dance videos. Do you think y'all can repost this? I said, well,
Are they actually good?
they're a good dancer, but we just don't post dance videos. Like, that's not our platform. I can see if we was like Hollywood Dance. We're Hollywood Unlocked. We do celebrity entertainment news. So, like, if you do like a viral video, yeah, we'll post it. But we're not about to post you pop locking. Like, that don't make that.
doesn't
There's
make
nothing with our
sense for the
It
brand.
ain't always
Right.
B-roll.
Right.
Some B-roll,
Like-
somebody fucking dancing.
Like,
in
you
the
do
background.
good, I can submit it. I can bring it back to the team. But like, if it's nothing that connects to our brand, so. Child, I don't know. I'm about to make a song. So my mixtape is coming out though.
I'm excited.
Please let me.
4
hear
or
it.
5
I
songs.
saw a mixtape about
It's gonna be
something.
5 songs.
All right,
Please-
different genres.
please let me
I'm
hear
waiting.
Yeah, something is on there.
How much are you selling it for? 2 cents?
Oh no, I'm still gonna. I should do a 2 cent special.
You should.
Yeah.
I should have a song
Cent
called
Tuesdays?
2 Cent. I'm gonna do a
You're
song called 2
putting
Cent.
something on there.
Yeah, something's gonna
Did
be.
you-
but
did you
without the
remaster
feature?
it?
Without the feature.
Great.
Okay.
Chris doesn't like the feature.
Oh,
Did you?
release-
So did you remaster the song? Or
No,
is
we're
it
gonna
the same
remaster.
song?
We're gonna remaster it. We're gonna redo
Who's
the
producing
vocals.
the EP?
I have some producers in line. I can't tell all the secrets.
They don't
This
know
is
what
not
you're
Queen Radio. I can't tell you shit that's going to happen that never happens.
Y'all need a Ganja Burn drop for this podcast. Y'all just need to drop Ganja Burn. Like, Joe Budden's voice.
The video's coming out next week, Barbs. New music coming, Barbs. Wait, girl. Shout. Also,
Powder
since
Tim-
I got the platform, Nikki did not stop our bag at Hollywood Unlocked, so stop asking me.
Oh, shit.
Really?
Wait,
Is it
what?
That's a
beef?
thing.
What happened?
Is this smoke?
What happened?
Hollywood Unlocked's
What's a gunshot
Instagram
weed?
page is down.
The whole page?
The whole page is down, but it's
Not up right now.
It's not up right now.
Taking a nap?
But it's not because of motherfucking Nicki Minaj.
Wait, so like if you looked for it, it
it's
won't
gonna,
come up.
yeah, it's not gonna come up, but it's not because of Nicki Minaj. So I want to say that.
Why
That's
was
all
that
I'm
ever
gonna-
a thought?
Because barbs are
Because
broke.
Jason got into a Riley, and then you
Say
know
it
he's
again?
Jason got into a Riley, and Riley is in part of Nicki Minaj's camp. He's also best friends
Oh,
with Cardi
Riley.
B.
Got it.
He's also best friends with Cardi, so they feel like the Nicki tried to stop our bag. But also, I want to put out there that Hollywood Unlocked is more than just an Instagram page, unlike
Right.
other platforms that only do one thing and have an Instagram page. So we are not down. Please make sure you go to thehollywoodunlocked.com to check out all of our stories. Also, go to YouTube and type in Hollywood Unlocked, and you can see the latest episode of 6 Degrees of Sexpiration starring me. So go ahead and make sure you watch that, like, comment, subscribe.
Okay, you just
You
get too much
deserve a
free
round of
promo.
applause for that promo.
Too much free promo.
Did a light
You
bulb
need-
blow?
you deserve
Too
sound
much
effects.
Because
free
the
promo.
fucking shade.
It's okay.
Wow.
Hollywood Unlocked. Team
That
HU.
was it for the
You
topic.
just need
Team
gunshots
HU.
and a claps for that.
I'll clap for myself.
You deserve a standing ovation.
Wow. Chris, you reading the question of the day?
Oh, I put the question today.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I was wondering.
I'm about to
who
say
did it. Yeah.
Because I just thought this was really interesting. Because I know that I like to be alone in public spaces. Is that weird? Does that make sense? Like,
I get what you're saying, but
I like
how?
like one of my most relaxing things. I talked to my best friend yesterday, Bianca, about it. Like, I love to walk down Hollywood Boulevard and just people watch, but by myself. I also like to go to the Grove by myself and just people watch. And I thought that was really weird. So, what's been the longest you've been without human contact? Because I know a lot of people like to be around people, or some people just like to be in themselves. So, what's like the longest you've been without human contact?
Like nobody was near me, basically.
Yeah, just by yourself.
6 weeks.
Does my room
6
count?
weeks?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It was.
Were you in
it was
jail?
Some shit that happened. I was at CSUN. I got like wrongfully terminated from the school paper, and I was really angry about that shit. And like a lot of people turned their back on me, who I thought were actually going to stand up and speak on my behalf, but didn't. Even though I like routinely spoke up for them, and I like went to like a deep, dark, fucked up depression, and I literally would just be in my bed and like just sleep under the covers every day because we were on like winter break.
Mm-hmm.
So I got up twice. Once was to go to a party with a friend, and then the next part I think I went to go visit my mom. But like I was just mad as fuck every day for like 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
That's
So
heavy.
like you didn't, no social media, like no contact with nobody but your mom.
Nah, like I'll be like posting funny memes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like other than that, it was just I went to the fridge into the bathroom
Yeah.
and just laid back down.
Damn, that's dark.
What about you, Eric?
I mean, I like to stay on reclusive for the most part, but because of my career path, I can't do it as often as I would like. So the longest I stayed away from humans, with a few exceptions, was when I was pledging. 8 weeks and 6 days.
Yeah.
And it was just like that I didn't have a choice. Social probation, no social media, and you can't walk the inner parts of the campus.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to just take tunnels and stuff. So
Underground Railroad.
right. So for me, that was the only time I was forced to not interact with people, and I was suffering. I was talking about profile so fucking much because I have no one else to talk to. So they was like, "Damn, shit." I don't. They wasn't cursing me out after a while because they was like, "You gonna keep fucking calling?" I was like, "I ain't got nobody else."
Some of my friends.
Can't talk to my friends.
What about you, Chris?
I mean, does like being in my room count?
How long
Like,
have you been in your room at a time?
Every
The whole day.
Every day.
That's the longest period though, like extensively. Because we all finish the day in our room for the
No, not
No,
finish
like,
today.
like on the weekend, I don't go nowhere. Like
At all?
if I'm not going out, I'm staying in my room.
Start the day, middle of the day, end the day.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like if I don't have shit to do, I'm staying in my room.
Oh, you're a heavy homebody.
I don't. Yeah.
Oh, Chris is a.
If I don't have shit to do,
Not leaving
I'm
the crib.
laying in the bed the entire day.
Wow.
I don't have nothing to do.
I don't knock it. It's just I get bored.
But I mean, I guess pledging. But I had a roommate, so technically, wasn't really.
Yeah, like if you go to the store, that counts as human contact, but you didn't really fuck with nobody that day.
I mean, I
You
guess
could go to
I
the
guess,
store and not talk.
But for me, like sometimes, like at work, I go to the roof of my job sometimes because it's a beautiful look. Like you could look over the city, it's a sunset and all that shit. Like sometimes I go there for like 2 hours and just chill. If that counts.
That counts.
Like sometimes I just sit there and think, chill, talk to myself, talk to God, or
It's like your secret place. Like mine's is just, I love being around busy people, but I like to be in myself. So like I'll go to like the mall or like somewhere and like walk around, maybe buy some stuff, but that's like my zen.
It's like socially antisocial.
Yeah, like if I don't buy anything, I may walk to the store, walk around, but that's like just it calms me.
Yeah.
It
because
clears my
I
mind.
think the most when I'm either like in my bed or on top of the roof. Like that's when I actually like think of shit. Like think of like my future or think of like what I want in the next 5 years or what I want tomorrow or shit like that.
When we getting married,
Yeah.
I'm going to the wedding.
I just feel like you've been on 1,000 today. Like
I have been on 1,000 today.
Yeah.
I've
It's
been
been
petty
a
Sure,
today.
man.
It's been 1,000. Definitely. It's cool though.
That's what it is.
Anyway,
Chris, you know I love you.
any fucking way.
I don't know.
All right.
Is it time for if I told you that?
Well, you had a comment. I thought you had a comment.
No, I was just gonna say it doesn't sound like Chris spends that much time on his own then, because it's like
No.
Nigga, I promise
You don't
when I'm in the
understand.
house
I don't see Chris
on
unless
the weekends,
I
unless I'm in the kitchen and he
come
comes
to
in.
his room and bother him, which I usually do.
Mhm.
That's the only time I see him.
If I do not have any plans, I'm literally in my room.
I think I'm weird though. I think
You like being out. Like
I
me,
like being
I
out.
don't like to just be out just to be out.
I like to be out. I don't like being in the house, and I think it's
I
because
love being in the house.
I lived in Kentucky for so long, and that's all I could do. Like in Bowling Green,
I think it's different for you because you're not used to like
yeah, being able to be out and about.
yeah.
Because in Bowling Green, I was there from 25 to 27. So like that's like the time people used to go out and like turn up. Like I'm an adult, I got money, I can do everything I want to because I have money, I could go out. But I was in a college town, and all the people that I would go out with were my students. So I couldn't go out with my students. So I literally was like in the house like for 2 years straight, just looking like what I'm gonna do.
Well,
So I think once I got out here, that's why I like the big city, so I can literally go around and see. Even though it's the same place, I see different people. People watch. I don't know.
Okay.
That's what's up.
I don't know. I'm weird.
Nah, a lot of people watch.
Yeah.
That's how we formulate these opinions that people categorize as racist. I'm like, no, I've been observing this shit.
Yeah, you think about shit, you're like, wow, people are stupid.
I forgot I got high this weekend.
Are you
Well,
serious?
last weekend. Homecoming
What?
weekend.
Yeah, edibles.
I took an edible.
Don't
and child,
don't skip over that.
when I tell you, it hit me in waves. Like at first I was like, oh, this is really cool. Like, oh, hey, everything's funny. Like, oh, yeah.
I don't know how you got that on the planes. You had it in your carry-on, right?
No, I had the edibles in my
Check bag?
check.
Oh, okay.
But then I took 3 after the step show. We almost got in a fight. And when the Kappas bought me like a tequila, it wasn't a shot. It was like a full, like straight tequila shot. Like straight tequila in the glass. And when I tell y'all, I was so fucking high. And people kept trying to talk to me. And I apologize to everybody that tried to have a conversation with me Friday night. Because I was out of it. I don't know what the hell we was talking about. And then, for some reason, I was sitting in the car for like 30 minutes with my best friend Bianca, and we were just talking about nothing. I told her, you can just leave me if you want to. She's like, I'm not going to leave you. Like, you can just leave me. Just leave me here in the car. And I found out the meaning of life. So there's really...
Took 3
What we're-
edibles.
what? Yeah, 3.
That's
Like
excessive.
whole brownies? Or
No,
we
it's like
talking
3
little
gummies, like
candies?
like the gummy rings.
Okay.
So, like,
the
oh,
gummy
you're
rings.
Wild, wild nigga.
Yeah, I would have.
Right.
I would still be dead right now.
Yeah.
But like, I found out that we actually don't exist, but God exists, and we're
Kelvin,
all
shut the
just
fuck up.
no. Listen, we're all
Some
just
South Park
particles.
shit.
We're
Kyle.
all really just particles and beings. And what happens is these particles and beings make familiar, forms. So that's why you look like a human, you like a human, this looks like a microphone, but they're all just particles and beings that are already done. So every combination has already been done before, which is why we also have deja vu, which is why we can also relate to other people's emotions and feelings and thinkings, because we also share the same memory, because they're all just different combinations that we all share. So it's really trippy because listen,
It makes sense
listen.
I'm not listening
It is
to
so
this
crazy because when I was laying there in the bed and all this was hitting me while I was laying there on the couch, my friends were in there talking. I was able to go back and have the same conversation 3 times with them. Like it repeated 3 times.
Dog, can I get an edible from you?
Yes, yes.
Do y'all see
It
my
really
eyes through these
repeated.
glasses?
It really
Yes.
repeated 3 times. Like the same conversation repeated 3 times. And the 3rd time, I was like, I'm going to try to change the conversation, and I did, but it went back to the same thing. So I just want to let y'all know that God is here. He's real, but we're all just molecular. I don't know if that's a word.
Molecular.
They're molecular
right.
little
Yeah.
things that are making combinations that seem familiar, and like everything is just a memory of something else. So like touch is just a memory of something else. Like somebody else remembered that this is hard, and that became a combination, and you became a combination. So like if you want to be famous, you can be famous. You just have to break the code and make the combination something else.
You just stressed me out, Kelvin.
I stressed myself out. I was laying there like, God, just let me go to sleep, because this is too much on my mind. I see why people go crazy when they get high.
No, they don't always sound like that.
I can see why people go crazy.
I was high on my birthday. Like, I didn't go that deep.
Oh, I went deep.
It's
You
'cause
went
doesn't
deep down
do
the
it.
rabbit hole.
I-
Because
That's
he
what
doesn't
you
do it
don't
often,
'Cause I
so
don't
he
do it
had
often.
time
And
to
you know I'm a
reflect.
thinker already.
And you wanted to be left alone in the car. God bless.
I said, just leave me here.
You should have read some.
I left Bianca door open all night long. Thank God we was in Frankfurt, because if we weren't,
In
they
Louisville?
would have stole her. No, Kentucky.
I know.
Oh, if we was in Louisville, her whole car would have been gone. Like in pieces of the car would have been gone. Like the door would have been gone, the tire, the rims, like just been like.
Hubcaps and shit.
That's horrible.
But yeah, that's my high story. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm glad that wasn't uniquely speaking, was it?
Yes, that was. No, I'm just playing.
That was a unique experience.
I would literally say that was my least favorite because it confused me
Oh,
the whole
snaps.
time. I was lost.
Want to do if I told you that for the last 15?
Yeah, no. Well, shit. We'll just cut it early because you played with that one.
You ready?
Absolutely. Yes. If I told you that you could choose any movie or movie series to remake, what movie or series would you choose and why? Also, if you choose to make it yourself, who would work with you?
I have two.
Go for it.
First one will be Black Panther.
Okay.
Second one will be Roots.
Now, why and who?
I want to hear the why on both of those. The
Why?
original Roots or the remake
Original
Roots?
Roots.
The remake.
That's so
the
long.
remake was not
Terrible.
You gonna be?
It wasn't
in
terrible,
That shit
but
went
it was
straight to
not
BET,
needed.
I didn't like
and I
it.
was upset about
It
it.
was
I
good, but it
hated
was
it.
not needed.
Oh, I hated it.
I would say, because I think people really like. I would want to do like that period piece, but I would also fast forward it to real time and how like the psychological trauma of slavery, and like seeing the fact that like the first African child that was sold into slavery, had they just stopped that shit right there, we'd be having a totally different conversation. Like I would really want,
So you would like rewrite the story.
like I would be like, this is what happened. Here's how all this shit directly affects you and you don't even realize it. Rather than here's a period piece, here's some torture porn. Because I feel like all these slave movies are all torture porn, and it's
that's
gross.
true.
And Black Panther, I would say why. I would kind of, and I'm biased. I'm from East Oakland. Like my mom's birth certificate says Negro on it, and the Black Panthers used to walk her to school. So
Wow.
I would give a more detailed background of what Killmonger went through, because I think it's the stereotypical thing that most black people go through, especially who are consciously aware of what's going on around them and realize like, yeah, I'm not crazy. This shit is really happening.
See, they're doing a Black Panther too, and I would rather them not
Can I have
and
Donald
just do
Glover, right? Allegedly.
I don't know who the
Who the fuck Donald playing?
maybe the villain.
Fuck. It's a guy in the comic books who's connected to not only Peter Parker, but Wakanda.
Yeah,
He's like
I
a
would
thief or some
rather
shit.
them do a Killmonger spinoff than to do a Black Panther.
I wish he
2.
never would have died.
He
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to.
Because he obviously has
Oh,
a
he
whole
wasn't?
story.
Oh.
Well, historically.
I would just want them to give him his prequel rather than to have a sequel to the Black Panther.
I would
That
have
would actually be
loved.
better.
I would have loved at the end he would have just changed his ways and like became a Wakandian, whatever. Like if he would have actually like fucked with T'Challa and like they both like teamed up.
Yeah.
type
I think
shit.
T'Challa should have just said, you know what? How about this? You'll be the left-handed God for me. I'm going to go in peacefully and say, look, you can do this, or when I leave, my cousin go fuck all y'all up.
Yeah, that's what,
That would have worked better, or at least keeping him alive, because in the comic books, technically, he dies, but he comes back to life, but he actually...
Maybe he can.
He stayed King of Wakanda much longer in the
Wow.
comics. But,
Well, it's only a 2-hour movie.
yeah, but
What about you, Christopher? Christian
Because
Charles?
I know you have movies on the brain.
I have several movies I would recreate, but the number one that comes to my mind is Straight Outta Compton.
And you'll be in it?
'cause you'd be
I
in
would
it.
definitely be in it. But two, like it's a lot of biopics I would recreate because I don't feel like biopics
Here we go.
they don't tell enough for me. Like I think like for me I would want a biopic to be at least 3 to 4 hours.
I agree, because
At
that's
least.
when you could get
Because
the
I can
nitty-gritty
know
of
the
all
full
that.
story. Like you can't squeeze in a full story 1.5 to 2 hours. Like you just can't.
Was
It
Ray a
depends.
biopic?
I think the ones
You
that-
can't. Like the only biopic that really did its best at doing a 2-hour minimum was Ray.
It
Really,
wasn't 2.5.
Ray was like 2 hours.
Was it really? I
Yeah.
remember it
Ray
being
was
so much
longer.
longer than that.
No, Ray was like 2 hours and some change. I think. I don't think.
But I
it was
do
2.5.
agree. I think if you want to give justice to a person's life,
Yeah, like don't give me an
you
hour and a
have
half.
to do the Jackson American Dream. I think
Yes.
that is the
It's 3?
blueprint for
Are you
the
serious?
greatest
258.
The
Oh.
greatest made-for-TV series is the Jackson American Dream, and it is literally 17 hours
It's so
long.
fucking
Yeah.
long, but
But
it
Longer
gets.
than Roots,
we
probably.
needed, we needed that to get all of the family and all the things that was going on.
Because imagine them squeezing that into 2 hours.
Yeah, 2-hour movie.
No,
I don't.
that would have
yeah.
been trash.
Was
Still
that
mad
always
about
a-
that Flex Alexander shit?
Yeah, that Michael
what?
Jackson.
What?
Remember
Michael
Flex
Jackson
Alexander
movie.
played Michael
You
Jackson?
never seen that?
Oh, it's
Not
one
all
of
of
the
it.
greatest
I watched
biopics
it in
ever.
parts
You need
because
to watch it.
it's so fucking long.
You need to watch
And
it.
it's
Worse
It's
than
one
the
of the
Aaliyah
greatest.
biopic.
It's one of the greatest.
Well,
Yeah,
that
like-
was disgusting.
Top
Like for
5.
me, like I would love to like if there was a way like I could just work. I could direct almost every biopic because I feel like they should be at least 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
At least.
I don't think biopics should be movies. I think they should be TV series.
No, they could be
I
movies.
think they should be
It
like
can be a
overnight.
movie. I agree. I like both concepts because I've seen the OJ one play out in many forms. I think that would be a great idea.
Perfect. 10 episode and all of them.
Yeah.
That's like 10 hours because all of them were an hour.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
perfect.
That's
That was
what. That's
great.
what I said. I don't want to see a movie. in 3 hours or 2 hours because you can't really get a grasp of a full person in that little bit.
Well, Ray was his best that I thought because like that was too.
And
two
Ali
and a
was
half.
good. Ali was good, but I also feel like Ali left out a lot of things.
Ali was too jumping around. Like,
Yeah,
that was
and that's why I feel you miss a little pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah.
And like I want to know how this affected this person to do this later on in their life.
Right.
Which is why I like documentaries now. Like if y'all want to watch a great documentary, watch Quincy on Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
And now he is spilling the beans on everybody's life.
But that man's life, Quincy's the reason we black. And I don't think I'm being so honest. Like Quincy is black culture, and we don't even realize and give that man the credit that he is due. Like from the Jefferson theme song to The Wiz to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to
Thriller
to Bad,
Off the Wall,
just movie scores. Like the man transcend pop culture and made black people cool and put us with. He started with motherfucking Duke Ellington and
Ray
Fats
Charles.
Dominoes.
Yeah, Ray
Like
Charles.
yeah, but like it started with the bebop era and all the way till today. Like we're still sampling and using this stuff. Quincy Jones is black culture, and he needs.
You
it's
just
crazy.
got me to
it's
wanna
crazy
watch that.
Yeah,
Where
and
is
it's
it?
it's on Netflix.
Netflix.
And it's
It's
crazy
called
that
Quincy.
he's a fucking
Okay.
trumpet player, and
Yeah.
he can produce shit like the shit that he has produced.
Yeah, he's literally transcended all genres. He went from bebop to scoring movies to hip hop, jazz.
Like it's crazy to know that Quincy produced Fresh Prince. Like,
Yeah.
that's like nigga, you made that.
It's crazy. And then like in the documentary, he's producing the African American Smithsonian unveiling.
In Washington.
Yeah, like during the documentary, you see him filming it while he's dying.
He's dying?
Let's not
he's-
speak that.
Well, he
Let's not
almost
speak that.
died.
Yeah,
Like
let's
he
not
died.
speak
Like
Didn't
he
he
almost
pass
died,
out or some
passed
shit?
out
Yeah.
twice in the documentary.
What?
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
I'm
It's
gonna
It's
watch
worth
it.
the 2 hours.
It's so
That's good. I mean, 2 hours is nothing compared to the Jackson
I watched
American
it at
Dream.
work.
Shit. But yeah, okay. Well, I appreciate that because I love a good biopic.
So
I
is it
just like hearing
biopic or is it
stuff like
biopic?
It's biopic, but
say
I think biopic sounds makes
cooler.
more sense.
Yeah.
The biopic was like a whole nother word.
It's. I learned that in grad school, and I'm just like,
So it is biopic.
yeah, but biopic. I'm not gonna correct someone because it sounds better on the ear. But yeah, for me, it would probably be like something like Honey.
I knew it.
Wow.
Save the
I
Last
knew
Dance.
it. I knew
That's
it.
where I'm
Jessica
at.
Alba, really?
That's. I mean, she wouldn't be in the cast, even though I think she did a great
They
job.
did redo Honey with
They
Tiana
did.
Taylor.
And Bow Wow, right? No.
Word?
Yaz. Yaz the
Yaz,
greatest.
I mean.
Sure, I hate him.
Yeah,
I
no.
stand
Go
And
find it now.
Tiana would be in it, but
Yeah.
she wouldn't be the main character.
I know another I would recreate New Edition.
You would redo it? I
Why?
thought it was good.
They did a good job.
No,
I was
would
gonna say.
redo
I
that.
was actually gonna say that's one of the best ones I've seen recently.
I would
Right,
take
it
out a
is.
few people
Who would
I
you
know
have
he would
taken
take
out?
I would take out Yaz.
because he hates Yaz.
because he is I just can't understand him as an actor. I would take him out, and I would take Luke would be somebody different. He couldn't be Johnny Gill.
I thought he was a great Johnny
Luke was
Gill.
an amazing Johnny Gill.
Vocally he was, but acting wise, that nigga don't look shit. I like biopic. I need you to look like the person.
That's the main requirement for
Honestly,
Chris.
That's if I was a
If you
director,
don't look like
casting
the person,
director,
you can't be
need
that
to
person.
you need to at least
but
fucking
yet you
feature
want to
him.
play Stevie Wonder.
None of New
I would
Edition.
love to play Stevie Wonder.
Exactly.
I would love to.
Shut up.
Fucked up haircut, right?
I know I
Big-
don't, but I
big-
would love to play him.
You're not even the same complexion. You don't look like that.
I don't.
man.
I don't have to make up Jamie
And
Foxx.
exactly.
Jamie Foxx is
makeup,
identical.
Makeup
to
made Luke James resemble
Do
Johnny
y'all
Gill.
believe
No, the fuck
Stevie
he
Wonder's
didn't.
blind?
No.
Yes.
fully blind though.
Okay.
Not 100.
How you got 14 kids?
He got 14
He
kids.
got like 14 kids.
He's at 14. He's at like 6.
Yeah, something like that.
Let me
Like,
see.
I was about to say, God damn, 14.
And they young too. Stevie got
But
young
if
kids.
he was
his
blind,
pull-out game is clearly trash.
but
Just
if he was
Yeah.
like if he
I
was
don't wanna say
100%
it.
blind, like
Forget it.
I'm sure he would just lay on his back and his wife would do all the work. He couldn't. He's blind. He couldn't do
he
shit.
ain't got no timing. Like,
If I'm blind, what the? I can't see shit.
first off,
Stevie
if you
Wonder has
blind,
8 kids.
Doggy style would
Like-
probably be perfect.
What's
But
the
I
youngest
can't
kid?
see.
It doesn't matter. You just
What's
freely
the, y'all want to
swing
be grossed
and
out?
thrust
What's
with
the
your
youngest
hips.
kid?
I'm just saying.
Y'all want to know who else is real old and nasty?
Ooh.
After you Google it, Ronald Isley.
Oh, I know.
He got
I
like
would
a
love. I would
Mr.
love a
Biggs?
biopic.
he got like
That would
a
be so
he got like
good. I
a
would love
3-4-year-old child.
Oh, hell.
And
3 or 4.
Yes.
He's like 80.
Chris.
He could very
Oh,
well
we
be.
know.
How old is his wife?
Like
Gotta be
young
20.
enough to
Our
have a
age.
baby.
He was born
gotta-
in 2005.
Who?
Stevie's youngest kid.
What's that? 13 years? How old is Stevie? Like 70?
Stevie's like 70, 60
You
something.
telling
Why
me
is he still dropping kids?
you telling me
Google
he
Ron
didn't-
Isley.
He didn't see that he wouldn't be around that long.
Because
Google
we create
Ron
sperm
Isley.
every 3 days. Okay, so we
Who
can
does?
keep men.
Oh,
So we can keep doing that.
why?
Please Google Ron Isley and
Stevie Wonder 68. Ronald Isley kids.
Yeah, Ron Isley. Yeah, 'cause I feel like his youngest child's like 4 or 5.
That's a biopic I really want to see. The Isley
Ron- the
brothers.
Isley
He only
brothers.
has
They
2.
deserve one.
But what's
Yeah.
his youngest child?
Tranisha and Tawana.
Tawana.
What happened to Alex? Oh no.
Alex?
Tawana involved. That's a problem.
Oh, that's his granddaughter. Okay.
Oh, they got to be old.
1941 she was born, and
No, he got a baby. By his new mistress.
He got a grown ass young old
mistress.
baby.
what?
With them bushy ass eyebrows he got.
He sure does.
That baby came out smirking.
That baby came out old.
Oh, you see
Benjamin
the
Button.
meme with the baby with the slick back hair?
Mhm.
Oh,
That's that baby.
the youngest is 11.
Ron is how old?
Hold on.
They hit
This
the
is-
scene back in the
That
50s.
baby.
So they would had to be teenagers back
He's
then.
77.
Who's older?
The nigga
Ron?
was 66 with kids.
Look at Janet.
Janet's
See,
50.
I told myself
Janet
I do
don't
not
count.
want to have
That's an anomaly.
kids past like.
45.
Nah, that's too old. I honestly don't want kids past 35. Honestly.
Because then once in their 20s, you still have a little
don't
bit
know.
of
Yeah,
energy.
like I want to be young with them. Like I don't want to
Somewhat.
be. I don't want to be 60 and my kid is fucking 15.
But my mom,
It's like
she
pass me
had
the big
me
game.
at my mom had me at 29, turning 30 the next week. Well, next 2 weeks, and my mom also had my brother when she was 34. So I just feel like
I mean, if it happens, like it
don't know.
happens,
So-
but
And she
like
kept
I don't
up with
want,
us.
like I don't know, like I just don't want to be
I'm being
fucking
cool,
70
Dad.
and I can't throw the ball at my kid or whatever.
come on,
Like,
roll.
I'm
I'm
in
gonna
a
roll the ball to
wheelchair
you.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I don't want that.
Fertility is a tough thing.
It is.
I was telling my boy Kendall about that. Like I do not want kids past like I'm not trying to be 40. I'm not trying to be 80 and you're 40.
I'm gonna be 1,000.
Like no.
I was talking to my dad about that yesterday too.
What?
Kids,
What about him?
if I'm having them.
Does he know?
Was it?
Yeah,
Oh, I was about to say.
he had a whole
Adopted.
conversation. We had a whole conversation.
He
about
just
it.
found out last night?
I don't think he just found out, but we just actually had the conversation. This week was a lot, okay? Yesterday was a lot. Like, he finally was like, yeah, so when you having kids, when you getting married? I said, Dad, I'm never having kids. I'm never getting married. He's like, why, because you have a boyfriend? I said, no, because we can get married and have kids still.
So you're adopting clearly.
No, I'm having kids.
Oh, you want to get
Oh,
surrogate?
sperm donor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't need the sperm donor. I have sperm.
No, but I'm saying like giving. Obviously, you're donating to
Yeah.
like a chick.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. But I want a child. I want a little Kelvin. Imagine a little Kelvin with glasses and a cardigan.
I would love
What?
him.
I wouldn't want
I
to.
want to be a godparent.
I wouldn't want to babysit.
And if I'm not a godparent, I want to fight.
You're going to be a godparent. And Chris, you're definitely babysitting. What the fuck?
I don't want to babysit.
Why are you not babysitting my child?
I said I don't want to babysit. I didn't
You
say
know
I
my
want to.
child's going to be hyper
Chris gonna be a fun.
and like a talker.
He's
Right, I
gonna
don't
be
wanna babysit.
adorable.
And then he's gonna be he's gonna be a
so
kid, so he's not gonna shut the fuck
So
up.
inquisitive.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to tell him, please shut the fuck up.
And read a lot of
He'll
books
come and
and
play with
shit.
your mean ass kids that don't
No,
talk.
I'm okay. Because my kids are gonna know when to talk. Yours is not gonna.
Mine's not going to know
fucking
stop talking at all.
Oh, my
So they're going to be best friends. It's going to be great. It's going to be all over again.
No.
It's
I
going to be
want,
great.
I want my twins to taint him. Just come in with the language. Just
No,
fucking
your
it up.
kids are going to try to taint our children's
Yeah,
purity.
definitely, completely.
Y'all kids
And
gonna
they gonna be
start up another
cussing.
podcast.
As soon as they walk through the fucking door,
Right.
What the fuck is this?
running amok. As soon as he walk through the fucking door. As soon as he walk through the fucking door.
They're like, bitch, Calvin Jr., guess what? My daddy said.
I love them already. I'm so excited.
My child's like, Dad, don't send me back over there.
Mine is gonna be like, yeah, I need some new friends. I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna take you to daycare. I will drop you off at daycare.
And guess who the fuck?
You know what? Let me quit my job. I will be your friend.
And guess who's showing up at daycare? My
See,
kid.
that's what
Right.
I'm homeschooling. I'm homeschooling now.
And then
Falling
it's
right
gonna be
there.
like Beyonce, and people gonna be saying they can't read.
Yep, exactly.
Calvin.
I'm gonna make sure they
You
can
know
read
Blue
it.
can't
So
read.
your kid's gonna be like Beyonce. His kid's gonna be like Rihanna.
Basically.
Yeah,
that's
sounds
what it
right.
sounds
His
like.
kids are definitely gonna be the cool
With
ones.
big ass foreheads.
Y'all can meet my kids when they old enough, so they can know to tell y'all to stop fucking talking to them or something.
And I'm gonna keep talking to him too. You ain't gonna tell. I'm be old by
And
then.
I'm gonna let him know, like, look, if you want him to
then-
shut the fuck up, tell him to shut the
And
fuck
then
up.
I'll be the same age as my granny, so I can say whatever the fuck I want to the kids. This is all
Threatening to
perfect.
shoot people.
That's
putting
Yeah,
right.
this is
cups
all
on
this is
tables
all
and shit.
full circle.
It'll work.
All right, guys, where y'all at? Don't everybody speak at once.
I'm good. I feel like October has been the most lit month for me so far, and I am hoping that this new job comes through next week or the week after, just before October. Because like my last 2018 goal is to get a new job, and I really hope this shit happens. Like I just really hope that it does. But I'm good. Like I feel like October just was really amazing for me.
That's good.
It's weird. Like, I'm happy outside of like everything I'm dealing with, which is like I'm kind of just like on a one-track mind. Like, I'm pretty much saving up to go back to school because I'm definitely gonna be graduating CSUN next year. I took like 2 years off.
Speak that.
And it's like, couple that with the fact, like my grandma's sick, and I'm like saving up so I can go back out and kick it with her, and that like me and Pete, we've been doing Touchdowns and Tagents for like 2 years.
Hey.
Started it literally from like his room with no AC, and he would cut all the fucking. it would be worse. Like, imagine in here with no ventilation, no AC, no nothing. He'll just turn all the shit off. And
I used to be like that in college.
We just go from there. Like, it was in a tiny ass room, and now we're on like our 100th. Gonna be on our 100th episode in like 2 weeks.
That's so dope. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's actually.
You about to end the fucking show.
Wait, what do you?
Y'all mad at me for being prepared. I just moved it. I really just moved it.
Just like thank you. Just thinking about that and like everything I've created outside of that. Because when I left school, and like I'm a journalism major, but when I was at CSUN, I was kind of the person who really wasn't taking shit off people in the newsroom in terms of like racism and stuff like that. And I was usually the only black person. So I was always aware of that and working on myself and kind of just leaving all that behind, creating my own platform, and now going back just to get my degree. Like, that shit feels special to me because it's rare that like we actually get to go out. Like, we struggling, we going through our day to day, and we working towards goals that, in a part of us, whether if it's insecurity or whatever, we think like, man, this shit might not happen. Like, I might be stuck if I'm at this job like 2 more months. I can't take this shit. And the fact that like got a new gig, might even get another job so I can finally quit my old one. But like, I'm good. Like, shit's working the way it's supposed to. And like, my mom constantly tells me like, you're impatient. Like, you want things so badly, so soon, that when it doesn't happen at the exact second you want it, you feel like you failed, and you gotta really cut that shit out. So I'm definitely.
That just hit me.
That's what my Uniquely Speaking one's about.
That's what most people say.
Am I impatient?
Meet yourself where you are.
Yeah, like I'm just happy with the progress I'm making. And then to what Chris said earlier about like, do you want people to be blunt with you? Do you have blunt friends? I'm kind of that blunt friend, but it's always like in a playful fashion. Like, I'm like my granddad. Like, I'll say some really foul, fucked up shit that I probably won't remember 5 minutes from now, but it'll be like, you'll get something internally out of it, and you'll be like, damn, like, you was right. Like, yeah, you said a bunch of shit and joked, but like, you're right. So I kind of try to be like that with like my mom, my sister, like my friends. I try to really be helpful and like always pump them up and everything. So with that, yeah, I'm happy with the way things are going.
Good.
If nothing else.
I'm good. I am in a place where I can say that I am content, but I want more. I'm stressed,
right?
Because my party is about 23 days.
Excuse me.
24 a month away.
Basically.
A month away.
I'm so excited.
And I'm excited too. All my friends have tickets. They are excited. My family got their Airbnb. My friends are getting their Airbnb this week. But I don't have a venue secured yet.
That's okay.
So once I get this venue secured, then everything else will fall in place. I know who's doing my cake. I know who's doing the edibles. I know where to get the drinks. I know how to make the theme come alive. I just need this venue. So y'all pray for my strength in the Lord as I try to get this venue before the 1st, because I said if I don't have it by the 1st, we're going to have the sidewalk party. And we're just going to be out here on the sidewalk.
Just get your permits ready, just in case.
Period. It'll be like, Issa, so what I just got to do?
Real spur of the moment.
Real spur of the moment. It's Coachella will be happening.
Co-opchella?
Yeah. So, yeah, but I'm in a good spot. I cannot complain. I'm wearing my friend Torian's T-shirt. It says no cap. I'm going to take a picture in it one of these days. Can you take my picture one of these? And I'll post it and tag them so people can go buy it. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
How are you? Where are you?
Happy, hungry. Just
physically or mentally?
Both. Both. I feel like I keep saying reclusive because it's the perfect word. I keep putting myself on reclusive just because, like, at first it was low key a woe is me situation where it was just like feeling pity for myself, so I didn't want to be doing anything. But once I realized that my situation of being in solitude was going to be like this for a bit, I started to find ways to make it lit. And with that, my creativity has been sparked. So there's just so much that I want to show the world. And there's like just aging. I'm turning 25 in January. So
that's major.
I'm
That's
excited. Yeah, I just want to. I'm ready to go off or run amok, like my future kids will say. And I'm happy. So, yeah.
It's good, man.
Yeah. But as always, guys, you can catch me.
Let's see. Let's do him first because we go in a circle.
Right. All right. Plug it in. I'm like, he did already. What?
All right,
Go for it, Ken.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all for having me on. Y'all are honestly the funniest motherfuckers I've heard.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
You can catch the show Touchdowns and Tagents Thursday nights here on Good News around 8 p.m., 8:15, 8:30. Depends on when we get there.
I know how that goes.
Yeah, on Twitter, Instagram, Ozo Grande, Ozo Grande. And yeah, thanks y'all again. Appreciate it. This was fun.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you so much. I don't understand what's happening.
What was that for?
Don't disrespect me with that. I need a Pusha T joke. I need a story of that.
Here we go.
That's why I did it, because I know how you feel.
Petty as hell. As always, you guys can catch me on Instagram at The World According to Eric, Facebook and Twitter at Eric Devante, and Snapchat for however long it is still going to be running at Picasso_3.
They on the way out. And you can catch me on Instagram, Kelvinology. That's Kelvinology. Click the link in the bio.
And you can catch me on Twitter and Instagram at CCCAW. And as always, guys, I hope y'all got right.
That's right. Get right or get left.
Bitch, you better get right.